Oh man, caught me with my pants down. I wasn't ready.
Oh man, oh man.
Not again, not again. His last good diss track.
I can barely hear it on my end, but I know it's going.
Oh, sorry.
Come on, then. Come on, then. Know you've been waiting. Been forward.
I should have watched the video before just so I could hit the shit that he was hitting. He was hitting a lot of shit, honestly.
Yeah, we know he hit a lot of shit. I really wish I had some baby oil in here. I just would have shot it up in the air.
Yeah, a champagne shower of baby oil.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't mind being the guy giving Cassie a baby oil shower. I mean, did he have to watch it? And I get paid to do it. I've done less. I've done worse for less.
Yeah,
I actually did it for 10 hours today.
yeah, that's a good one.
Hey, Polly Pete, my knees are feeling it right now too.
Did I send you guys that video? There's a video where somebody was they said after you hit 30, how you beat your knee, and it's like them looking at their knee and they're singing the opening line to cater to you. He's like, "Baby, you're working hard, and I see what you're doing." He's like, "I admire what you do."
I ain't gonna lie to you. Warehouse life. Hey, so for everybody on here, I work in a warehouse, and I am base level unskilled labor. If you didn't know, and I say that because it's very important to paint the experience.
Yeah.
Because I never knew how disconnected I was from everyday people.
Yeah.
Until I really started working with them. You know, when you're the people that you interact with at McDonald's, this sounds so fucked up. I know it sounds terrible. But you've never had to work at McDonald's with them as an adult, like me personally. But now to be there with them, but them to also view you as a peer because they don't know your background and it takes nothing to get these jobs. Dog, I've learned so much in the last 3 weeks. That's all. Like, I'm a better broadcaster because of it. Like, I now know that the people that you know how us college educated niggas say we care about, you know, the black man and black people and their plight and all of that shit. Most of them niggas don't hang out with YNs.
No, they don't. They don't have to be in a situation where they would have to.
Like they don't have to be in a situation to be around the niggas who they're truly advocating for as a peer. Because when you show up as Angela Rye, you show up as the business owner, you show up as the educated nigga, they give you that OG respect. Or they just disrespect you because they ain't hearing that shit.
Right.
But when you show up as a peer, they treat you as one of them.
Correct.
And you have to see how their brain works. And like for me, we work. And we work.
Let's work.
You know what I'm saying? We work in a warehouse and it's a supply chain. So seeing how they don't put the pieces of the supply chain together when they work, it's like, oh no, they told you to move pallets. Oh, all you're doing is moving pallets. You're not realizing that, hey, you're moving pallets faster than they're loading pallets. So like you should stop moving pallets and help them load pallets so that you can move more pallets, or just not move pallets. But don't keep moving pallets because there's no more slots over here to place the pallets.
Correct.
So help them out in moving the pallets, because the reason why you're moving pallets and they're loading pallets is because we're trying to move as many boxes as possible. So yes, Yeah, huh? Yeah,
No,
less
I
work.
was,
Yeah, less work.
I was doing how he breaks it down in that song. He's like less work, less work.
But yes, but like, hey, dog. Our goal is to move. For us, it's usually 1,200 boxes in a period,
Okay.
and I mean from off of a truck to on the next truck.
Right.
My nigga, stop bringing boxes over here and throw some of these boxes on the fucking line because you're not helping us move pallets at this point. You know what I mean? Or excuse me, you're not helping us move boxes. You're moving pallets,
Yeah.
but the boxes aren't getting moved faster because they're not working fast enough and you have no work to do. I'm sorry. Me being an actual certified supply chain expert,
Mm-hmm.
according to a piece of paper that University of Tennessee hasn't sent me yet,
Mm-hmm.
or I don't have it. Maybe
They
it's
haven't
at
sent it to you yet?
it's probably at my mom's house buried somewhere. I don't know. Or they sent it to Albany and I sold the house.
Mm.
But either way,
The Benny.
if you look it up, my name's there, right?
Yeah.
But being a supply chain expert and working in a supply chain with people who don't understand supply chains and have no desire to understand the supply chain, you learn a lot. Like, bro, these YNs don't even know how to bullshit at work. They'll go hide in the bathroom instead of working slow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, hey, they see you're working, but you're not really doing anything. No, y'all niggas go hide in the bathroom and they go looking for you.
Yeah, it's a case of the warehouse. That is the way. Let me tell you, there's some I know about this just from personal experience with the people that work for us. There are guys that'll be sleeping there, man. So like no, see, I'm dead serious. These warehouses are big, and in our case, it's unlike where you're at, right? So it's not.
It's not daddy.
They ain't not checking around like that, right? So a guy could get away with taking a 30-minute nap. I mean,
hey, here's the thing with us, they can too, because you've seen the turnover rates because you know who I work for.
Yeah. Well, we hire a lot of them. I typically look for those because I'm gosh, if you're good enough to go there, you can work here. So,
hey, let me tell you what the screening process.
Yeah, no, you told me there isn't one. There isn't.
Yeah, yeah, yours is more thorough.
Hey, welcome to the party, because I mean there is one if our customer requires it, but we don't. I mean, the screening itself is, hey man, do you have reliable transportation? That's really it. And I'm not even calling these people and checking their work reference and being like, so he worked here? They could be lying like shit. Now, obviously, for forklift, that's a little different.
Well, yeah.
But for the unskilled, just box moving, loading and unloading, anyone can do it.
Hey, and another thing is, I like see, I see people my age-ish, like in there for real.
Yeah.
With no other hustle.
Right.
I'd be like, damn. Bro, like, I don't think you understand what it's like coming home after throwing boxes for 10 hours. You don't want to do shit. Your body hurts. Like I understand Peter Griffin and Homer Simpson a lot more now.
Yeah.
Bro, imagine you just been throwing boxes all day. You got to come home to your wife complaining about things that don't matter. Not a legit complaint. Peter, why did you fucking not make up your side of the bed?
Yeah.
Hey, lady. I threw 1,000 boxes today. My back is on fire because I didn't use proper form all day. Because guess what? That takes more effort.
Yeah.
And we can't sit down at work. My knees are killing me. And I've been in boots. Forgive
All
me for
fucking
not.
day.
Yeah, forgive me for when I rolled out of the bed at 5:40 for not making up my side. Did I wake you up? No? All right, man. What are we talking about?
My bad.
Anyways, though, Parlay Pete, man, how you doing?
Hey, well, look, we're hanging in there. We are in month 12 of the year.
Hey, today is a pre-holiday.
It is. It is for me, for certain. Around this time, 6 years ago, I was sitting at Emory, waiting on the arrival of my first and only born child. And she was born. I have the stuff saved on my phone, but it was 2:23, I believe, or maybe it's 2:33. I always get them kind of confused. But
Hope you weren't drunk like me. Or
no, I
drunk.
wasn't. I went home. So around this time, I was probably at home. Or no. I probably went home at like midnight, and then I got a call literally as soon as I laid down that I needed to hurry up and get back. And then my life changed.
Did you like send us this song when she was born? Like that morning?
Probably. So I played this. Because what it was is obviously it's Jay-Z's birthday, but then he dropped his music on Spotify because it was always only on Tidal. You couldn't get it. You know, I guess if you bought the album you couldn't stream it anywhere but Tidal.
Yeah.
But for his 50th birthday, that's what he gifted everybody, to where he allowed it to be open to the public.
How much money do you think he gets for a stream versus an average artist?
I feel like it's the same. Well, he probably sold them the rights, so it was an upfront cost for him, I would imagine.
So what you're saying is Jay-Z gets paid more for a stream than what's his name now?
What's his name would be the question.
Well, that exactly. You name him.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, he is Hov, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that Hov, you know, he runs a tight ship, and everything that he wants and how he wants it is how it gets done.
Boosie's at the Hawks game today, if you care to know.
You mean Boosie Badass? He's always at the Hawks game, though.
Yeah, look, did Quinn Snyder get tossed? Because Sanjay Lumpkin is talking.
Sanjay Lumpkin.
Yeah, I guess he's a nigga Muslim.
Is he? He's not he's the new GM,
assistant coach.
Oh,
and let me. I don't mean nigga Muslim in a bad way. His name is Sanjay, but he looks black. But Sanjay sounds like a Muslim. And there's nothing wrong with Muslims. I don't want people to think that I have an issue with Muslims, because I don't. I consider converting.
Well, anyone that knows you knows that.
Yeah, but
this is a show that doesn't discriminate. If Lee hated people, even though he did say he hated somebody before we got on air, and I will not say who.
Am I said I hated somebody?
You probably didn't mean hate, but there were I think you were being tongue in cheek anyways. But yeah.
Oh, definitely. Tongue in cheek, tongue in grooves, same, boss.
Yeah, exactly. But my point being in bringing that up is just that you don't hate
anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Excuse me. I don't hate any group of people. There are individuals.
Being people.
Yeah. No, there are individuals who I have hate for, and they earn that hate.
Yeah, there are people that hate us because of the color of our skin and what they believe we stand for and what they believe being black is all about. But the reality is that they can't really hate us because they don't know us. Were you the one that put in the group the video of the dude where the KKK member was like, he has more respect for him than the rest of you white niggas or something?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. Yeah.
Come on, you know
So,
that's my algorithm.
so that's the prime, but that's a prime example of this type of stuff. When people get to know you, you might not be their cup of tea. You can be like, but
top 3 things on your algorithm.
Well, on my regular page is sports. I mean, women are just naturally kind of there, and then music, like music stuff. Like I sent you guys the video. I had no idea that the Funk Master Flex, I had no idea that was David Letterman.
Me neither.
Yeah, so I was blown. So like I'll get like stuff like that, or like there'll be like the Kanye breakdown. It'll be something music related, but music, women, in sports.
Yeah, that's pretty.
The stuff that makes the world go round. And now, actually, I am getting politically themed stuff too. There's this page that I follow. I just enjoy the idea. So I know you're a history buff. I love history too. Like I follow the History Channel on my YouTube, which I highly recommend. There's this thing, a segment that they have on the History Channel, and I guess it was on TV, but I don't watch TV, and I certainly don't watch the History Channel when I am on TV. But they have great clips, and like you can buy it on YouTube. It's basically the greatest mysteries or whatever. So it'll touch it from everything from the Salem witch trials to Sodom and Gomorrah. Like where is that?
That's spicy.
But who killed Bugsy Siegel? Like it'll be just a bunch of stuff. Not Tut, but well, I guess maybe it was King Tut. No, it's not King Tut. It's somebody else in Egypt.
Ramses?
Nah, when they found he's what they're modeled after for King Tut. It's just his name is not King Tut. I just always, it's a lot to remember, but like, it's just stuff like that though. It'll be a bunch of different stuff like that. I found out a lot more about how big our universe is in comparison to the entire everything, and like just how, it's going to be impossible. Like we will never live to see how far can, what's it called, that's sitting out there in space can go, how deep how deep we've been able to go with technology to the floor of the ocean to see these different types of animals. And everything. It's amazing to me. I'm always very interested in stuff like that too.
I'm a curious human being, but where do we draw the line of like, hey, bro, you're doing too much? Because
in terms of wanting to find out more,
yeah, because I'd say that as somebody who is willing to go to deep ends to learn certain things. I'll just leave it at that. I don't even want to talk about what I learned and what I'm willing to risk.
But I enjoy getting taught and learning more about things that would never be touched in school unless you really went specific into something. Like marine biology has always been very interesting to me because of how it works. Just the idea of there's only but so, because of the pressure that comes. I mean, obviously I hate to bring up them folks that wanted to go see the Titanic, but like there's just like shit like that, right?
Yeah.
We could never really go that far down, and that's why a lot of people don't do it, because something so fucked up can happen. But the idea that we have the technology to be able to look at these different animals, like they're what is it called? There's different, it's an iceberg, right, for the levels of the sea. And of course, these are just animals that would never be able to come up because they wouldn't survive. And so,
you know what? You talking about that is so crazy to me, because I think as humans sometimes, because we're an advanced species, we don't look at animals enough to better understand ourselves. And this is not talking about acceptable behavior. It's only talking about you having a better understanding of who you are and what you come from.
It's so, and those animals that I was speaking of too, they're like translucent.
They probably have to be based
For
on
the darkness.
yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
amazing
exactly.
to like it's like whoa, like.
But you
you
talk
know,
about that.
this is happening right now as we're doing this. That shit's going on still simultaneously. It's amazing.
Exactly. And I say that to say
That's
many
daily life.
I say that to say so many things. Hey, humans, you're capable of adapting. If you put into your mind that you have to adapt, you're capable of adapting. You bro, nigga, you can do anything that you put your mind to. People say that, but it's honestly true. Now you have to actually be putting your mind to it to see the success. Like,
I agree and disagree with that.
Parlay P, let me throw something at you. Pause.
New Kung Fu Kitty.
If we said, hey, moving from this day forward, we want to be millionaires, like liquid millionaires. And we said every decision that we make is towards that goal. Could we become millionaires if that's the goal? I'm not talking about pride, ego, none of that shit, right? I mean, millionaire rules everything.
Mm-hmm.
Could we do that if we actually put our minds to it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that a lot of where people can be at in a certain time, there's a lot of different things that can go into why. But I don't even like to necessarily think about that why, because that why doesn't have anything to do. It can't. I guess it could be the motivating factor, but like that why does not change what it is that you can do moving forward. So it is water under the bridge. And so it's like, I think that there are many things that we can do as people. And if we search as much as we can, because there is no limit to what you can do from a search. Now, yeah, I think money is important. Money will always help that process speed it up, make things easier. There's a lot of different things that money can do for you, but that can do, and that will, that can be placed in a person. If I say tomorrow after I see my daughter that, going forward, not that I haven't done all that I can for her, but if I use that as my motivating factor and the will for what it is that I would like to achieve, because I want her to see not only that it's possible on her end, but then obviously to make it easier for her to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things, and that's one of the things I hate it, because a lot of times I feel like I've let my dad down personally. Like I feel that way.
Stop. You haven't.
No. I know, but like. But you have, like, by the standard that I set for myself, I feel as if he is somebody that I've let down, because I know where he's come from and I've got to see it, right? And which is why history can be important. I think looking back at other shit, like learn from mistakes, of course, but like looking back at shit and like pondering on it, that's why I can't wait for this case and shit for me even to be over. Like, because I don't even want to think about it anymore. I just want, I want the end result of,
whatever it's gonna be.
Was I right about this, or was I wrong? Like, was it? It was just, it's just a fucked up situation, and it fucked me up. Like, or like, okay, no, there was some warrant to this. This is what this was worth. Close the book. You know what I mean? That book's over. Let's move on to the next book.
Yeah, because it's like, why cry over spilled milk? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Shit spilled, man.
Yeah.
We gotta clean it up. And do we need more milk?
I tell you what, yeah, right, exactly. Well, and if you don't clean it up, so you're just gonna let it just spoil and sit here, nasty motherfucker.
Stink.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like so. Yeah, man. I just think that in those cases.
Have you seen the Goofy movie?
Of course, absolutely. Come on, man.
I have a coworker who reminds me of Pete's father.
Really?
And that coworker,
was the dad.
Same build.
Oh, so he's a fat motherfucker.
I said that person's a woman.
Oh, so she's a fat motherfucker.
She reminds me.
I mean, there are fat people out here. The fuck,
she just reminds me of Pete's dad, and like she kind of has that same energy too. Like,
Yeah, but he was a baller.
I mean, she acts like that, but I don't really think he was a baller. His son was a cream puff.
What you mean? He had that nice ass RV and shit. Like,
Nigga took pictures at Kmart.
so he still he. Hey,
No, I'm with you.
their camping shit was lavish as fuck. They were going to the same place. He was like, man, yeah, we got tickets to that shit. Meanwhile, fucking Goofy and his fucking son, yeah, bro, he's trying to sneak in, and he just trying to appease his dad by going on this trip, but then also setting up to get to the fucking concert. And then it's like his dad loves him enough, you know. But I'm just saying, when they kept running into them, I mean, that nigga was balling.
That nigga had the bowling alley in the RV.
This is what I'm saying, bro. I'm like, he was
Hey,
balling.
how funny is it to like look back at some of this stuff as an adult, knowing how much stuff costs, or having an idea of how much stuff costs? Well. And you're like, hold on, you had this RV. Okay, you got money. Broke niggas don't have RVs.
Yeah, he was doing.
But you got an RV with the bowling alley. You got the big steaks, like the Bugs Bunny steaks.
Yeah, Lee, he was
Brontosaurus burgers.
Lee, he was doing all right. You know,
how you think he was doing? You think he was shorting stocks or something?
Man, he was probably selling drugs to the high schoolers. Man, using his fat ass son as the fucking guinea pig in the cover story.
Using the other one, the cheese one.
Oh, yeah. Well, obviously we knew where he was getting his dro from. Like, but
was out of here.
Speaking of Goofy movie, just real quick, because we're already off the cuff, and we know what we're doing with this show anyway. So it's kind of fun to actually do something in the middle of football season where we're not even just, let's hit this topic.
Why? The Falcons got beat by the Jets.
Well, and that's why we didn't go Falcons first. But we will get to them. We'll give them 10 minutes of our time, but that's about all they deserve. But with Goofy movie, so obviously now, I don't know, you weren't a big fan of like Atlanta, right?
No, I wasn't.
So Atlanta, the show.
I just wasn't watching TV at that time.
I mean, I watched it on Hulu. Like, you know, I didn't watch it on FX, like when it was going.
The only thing I was really watching at that time was like Criminal Minds and SVU. Mm-hmm. Other than that, if I was at the house, I'll be either listening to music or listening to a podcast and playing the game.
I got you. Shout outs to Erica. Me and Erica used to, we literally would watch that show every week, and we would have, you know, some people do wine and cheese. We did tequila and fruit, and I would always get a different fruit every week.
Should have done tequila and toes.
Well, we're friends, so I wasn't, you know, it wasn't nothing like that. We were just watching the show, but we did tequila and fruit. So my point is, Atlanta did an episode.
Tequila and toes is such a better combo
for you. But nigga sent me something with toes earlier. It was like Lotto. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck is this? When I saw it, but I knew where you were coming from. Anyway,
I sent you somebody's feed.
You did?
No, I wouldn't.
Today?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, you did. All right, we'll check our DMs.
I wouldn't do that.
My point is, Atlanta, they did a whole show on the Goofy movie. Literally, a fiction. It was a fictional depiction of how they even came up with the movie. And the nigga that created it, I highly recommend, if you don't ever watch Atlanta, watch that one episode.
Yeah, no, that has my attention because I love the Goofy movie.
And that season, they did it to where it was like 4 and 4. 4 of the episodes were, you know, with Donald Glover and, you know, them other niggas. Yeah, Paperboy. And
yeah, that nigga too.
And the nigga that married Casimir, Lakeith Stanfield.
Cashmere.
She went to Spelman. She dated
Matt's ex.
Yeah, and so, you know, I visited them. That's a whole another topic. But like,
bro, I've been on fucking Zoom with them before, like interviewing Matt.
They were living together in Brooklyn.
I know.
I would go up there a lot, so like I just stopped by and hung out with them, both of them. I mean, she was always cool. She's from here, so like she was cool. And I knew her, I guess, like before they were dating. So it wasn't like I didn't know her already, but like, yeah, just an interesting dynamic. But the point is, so this is an episode you can watch and it has no context to the show. It's like you can just watch it on it. It's a standalone. But the way that they set it up, Donald Glover, Childish Gambino is such a fucking creative, bro. If there's somebody that I can give props to, especially here, and shout outs to the East Side, because obviously he's Stone Mountain too. Went to Stevenson himself. I know he didn't graduate there. I think he graduated DeKalb School of the Arts. But
Nigga, you didn't graduate from there either.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm Stevenson Road, like, you know, like, so I went to prom, goddamn it. I grew up
hey, it's okay. It's okay. You're a private school nigga, man.
Nah, man. I was Esquire. I went to school with these niggas for everything until basic. I did a year of high school there too, but like, I was Esquire. I was just the nigga that went to. I mean, I stopped hanging out with them, but that's because Latana came with me to private school. Yeah, so like, I already had my best friend.
Hey, there's nothing wrong being a private school nigga, man. We got to get out of the black community that it's a bad thing to have.
No, I didn't say it was a bad thing. I rep Mount Vernon to the fullest. I'm just saying, Stevenson still has. I rep Stevenson too. I went there too. It's a part. Hey, it's a part of my. It's a part of my matriculation. You know.
Yeah, boy.
It is. But point being,
you can tell them Morehouse, man, but you can't tell them nothing.
You fucking can't. And so, but definitely check that out if you've got Hulu or whatever. Or I think it might be on Disney Plus too. I don't know. But like, check that out.
Okay.
It is great storytelling. And I don't even know why we brought up Goofy Moves. Oh, because of one of your coworkers.
Oh yeah, built like Big Pete. But where you want to go from here?
I mean, I guess we could talk about the sorry fucking Falcons for a second. No, don't play it. We're not, because we're not doing that. So why even play? You don't know what we should get? We need to get a sound clip of Rich McKay lying and play that instead, because that sets up that sets the tone a little bit better for what it is that we know that's going on in that building. It's a bunch of lying that's going on. It's a bunch of lying.
Tell me what happened. I didn't watch the game. I didn't watch the game. Tell me what happened.
All right, I'll break it down for you. So obviously, sloppy game to start. It was somewhat raining. It wasn't like a monsoon. It's funny, the last time they played, I went to that game and it was a fucking monsoon. Like, it was terrible outside.
Wasn't your Uber more expensive than your 50-yard line tickets?
Yeah, it was. I got front row tickets for like, I bought them on the way there. It was like, man, I promise, it was like $50. My transit to get from Manhattan to the stadium was like $77. It cost more. And then the beer, I met up with Ajane. Shout out to him. He's a Morehouse man, played on the Morehouse football team. Used to sit next to me when we were kids and we didn't even know it. We did know it because we knew what we looked like. He used to sit next to me at the Georgia Dome when we were sitting down low.
Oh, that's so cute.
It is. No, but it was super cool because we kind of didn't like them in a sense of, well, I mean, we didn't know them, but like they were further down. And Ajane's a big dude. And like, but we're the same age. And then he has a younger brother that went to Morehouse too. Justice, of course. Anywho, when we get gloves and shit thrown, it's like, of course, they're trying to get in. I mean, they're kids. Yeah. Just like us. But our seats are right there. And that was kind of the point. But niggas would try and like hop over, get in front to get shit. And it's like, these aren't your seats.
Yeah, back up.
And that's kind of how my mom would approach it. Not to them. She ain't say nothing to them. But there were
her mindset.
Grown-ass men, bro, that were, their seats are 8 rows behind us coming down to try and get a fucking glove from Peerless Price. And it's just like, nigga, you are 38 years old. What are we doing?
Yeah, bro. Like, I don't want a glove today.
No. Oh, I don't want anything from any NBA player. Honestly. Yeah. Colin would be the only person I would, and it's just because I know him. So like, but I wouldn't be fighting nobody to get it. Either he's gonna give it to me or not. Like if niggas sit courtside at a Hornets game and I dap Colin, I say, man, you gotta let me have that jersey. He's like, oh, for sure. And then then great. But like outside of that, I don't want nobody's shit.
Shit, he should be able to get us some courtside seats. Somebody going to them goddamn games.
I know D and Gia, I know that they be sitting, but even Jordan, they be sitting in the club. Well, I mean, we all, the point is after the game, we all linked up, right? Like, that's really what that's about anyways. But
hey, let's plan a trip to Charlotte.
I'm down. I hate that we missed when we played them, but I guess basketball season wasn't going on then, so it wouldn't have made a difference.
We go to the Queen City, but anyway, let's get back to the Queens of Atlanta, the fucking Falcons.
Yeah. All right. So long story short, because it is just a miserable game to watch. Obviously, Kirk Cousins is out there throwing to a bunch of nobodies. Cordero Hodge, a guy who caught a game-winning touchdown in a record-setting performance from him last year, was inactive. He was a healthy scratch too, and he was a Pro Bowler because of special teams last year, which we're going to get to the special teams because to me, that's what cost us this game. But it's basically a bunch of field position. We're getting the ball to about the 40-50 or their 40-50, too long to kick a field goal, and never in a position to even go for it on fourth down to start this game. A lot of punting. Then some scoring kind of starts. We score. Bijan's running the ball well. Bijan's running it well. We score. We stop them. Then they punt. Then we muff a punt on like the 2. They punch it in. Obviously, we had Zane Gonzalez missed his first field goal. Shocker. We've heard that before about a bunch of Falcons kickers this year. He missed a kick, but then Nick Folk missed a kick, which it was his first miss of the year. I didn't realize he was perfect on the year, but
hey, he and the coach were teammates back in Dallas.
So I saw the video, but I didn't know that they both played for. I didn't know that he played for Dallas.
Oh, wasn't
I remember Nick Folk played for Dallas because he was there with Romo that first time they went to the playoffs when he botched the snap. But no, I didn't know that Terry Glenn was a Cowboy. I knew he played for the Jets, and I knew he played for
Sean Payton's team.
Yeah, I knew he was a Saint too, but I didn't know that he played for Dallas. But that probably was like a 1-year thing or something. Nonetheless, that happens. Then we do score again. They run back a kick for 83 yards. So I want you to think about it. They didn't score a touchdown, but they got 83 yards. So you add up a muff punt on like the 2, a 83-yard kick return, and then a missed field goal on our end. Let's count it. Because they didn't score a touchdown on the 83-yarder. Crazy
13 points.
13 points. We lose by 3.
Win by 10, maybe 7 if Nick Folk makes the field goal. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe with more pressure, knowing because the game was tied when he missed his too. So it was one of those things where I wish I could have made it, but like I didn't have to make it type shit. So like it was a mess, man. Again, David Steele's the 5th. Fucking Darnell Mooney and Kyle Pitts was about the only one that was worth the damn in the receiving game. Of course, Bijan was as well. They ran the ball well. Bijan had over 200 yards all purpose. And like, I don't know, it just felt like a Falcons football game. I hate it for people like Bijan because I feel like, we're getting into that territory to where we never have had to say this. As bad as we've been at we're spotty at points in our history, we've never said, man, we wasted a guy's prime. That is what feels like happening with Bijan Robinson and possibly Drake London. It feels like we're wasting these guys' prime. We've never had to say that. We've never been the Detroit Lions where, man, they wasted Calvin. They wasted Matthew Stafford. They're wasting Barry Sanders. We've never been in that position. But now we're in that position. We're getting into that territory of, man, we might be wasting these dudes' primes. A lot of Atlanta sports talk radio is talking about, well, let's break it. Let's burn the whole thing down. Let's
for what?
Yeah, you don't trade them. You're close. I think you're close from a talent perspective. We know that this is a coaching issue. Talent-wise, you finally get a pass rush. You're number 3 in the NFL. You're a sack behind Cleveland, who has a guy that's got 19 sacks. So he's got half the team sacks. And then Denver is obviously elite. They're, arguably them and Houston, best defenses in the NFL. You're 3rd in sacks in the NFL. You've got a pass rush. You've got the 2 top leading rookie sack leaders in the NFL. And you've got a bunch of other guys that are just trying, like, it's a NASCAR type thing, right? Like everybody's getting involved, but it's not resulting in wins. And this is by far probably the most disappointing Falcon season that we've honestly had over this stretch since DQ got fired. This might be the most disappointing, honestly.
And honestly, this one is a bit more disappointing because at least DQ got fired.
But with those years, even, what was the expectation? Because he got fired in 2020. What was truly the expectation? We signed Todd Gurley. which was basically just a Steven Jackson 2.0 signing. It was. And Todd Gurley never played again after that season.
You bought a jersey.
And then the next year we signed Mike Davis.
You bought a jersey. You bought a Gurley jersey though.
Well, because I'm a Georgia fan, But like at the same time, he was washed and he wasn't winning. Like, so that's why the Rams let him go. Like the Rams would have tried to keep him to at least be a duo with somebody. They just let him walk. They didn't trade him. They let him walk. He came back here. He was 25 years old. I said, well, gosh, if he can play, he can play. He had the accidental touchdown against the Lions. I mean, there's so much stuff I can talk about. Todd Gurley had double-digit touchdowns. He had like 10 rushing touchdowns. But
led the league in rushing touchdowns that year.
Man, but he fucking like averaged 49 yards a game, and so
and like 3 a carry. It was terrible.
Yeah, it was awful. It looked like Zeke Elliott's fat ass back with the Cowboys last year. And so we can't have that type of production and expect to win. But the idea of that situation was we knew it was starting to wind down. Matt wasn't even that bad.
Hey, two more minutes on the Falcons. They're getting too much airtime.
I get it. But right, you notice how we're not talking about the current team. I'm just saying that is why this year probably is more disappointing even than that year. Like, not just because we had a firing at least, but, oh, by the way, guess who was manning the ship the rest of the way? The same motherfucker manning the ship today. And it just doesn't make any sense.
You talking about Mr. San Francisco?
No, I'm talking about the rah-rah guy.
Yeah, that's Mr.
Hard rah.
That's Mr. San Francisco.
Why is he Mr. San Francisco?
You remember back, like, during COVID and the over-response to George Floyd, how San Francisco decided that for petty crimes, they weren't going to charge people. So the criminals said, oh, I can shoplift up to this amount.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoplift up to this amount. I'm just going to like take it and walk out.
Right.
Because even if you catch me, I'm not going to get charged. I don't care if you see my face. Like, I'm going to get this gear home. I'm going to flip it, wear it, whatever. You're going to arrest me and I'm going to go home and I'm not coming back.
Right.
So at the same time, there was a conversation around black coaches not getting opportunities. And the Falcons overcorrected, just like San Francisco did. Oh, the police are too bad to niggas. Hey, police do nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, NFL, not enough black coaches. Hey, Falcons, hire a coach who does nothing. Same, bro. And as a fan and as a black man, who we both are rooting for Raheem.
Yeah, we want him to do well because we want the team to do well, and he has to do well for the team to do well.
And we understood why he deserved a head coaching job again. And it's safe to say if we didn't turn down, some playoff coaches in the league right now and argue and the GOAT, we wouldn't even have an issue with Raheem Morris getting a job.
No.
But when you come off as a token hire, and I'm not saying he is, because again, he deserved the job. He had the resume that says, hey, this guy should get a head coaching job.
Right.
But the timing matters. And when you did it in the timing that you did it, and then you give us the results that you gave us, and then we see what's going on with these other coaches. Nigga, the Bears are what, 9-2?
Lee, it wasn't even just the timing. It was timing, but like it's the circumstance. This man was already coaching here. Why are we bringing back more of the same? Why are we doing the same thing again?
That's so different. He didn't have his GM. He was stuck with.
Fuck.
We were in cap hell.
He took over a team that was an underachiever when he was the interim, and did what he could do because we didn't win a game until I think he went 4-7 or something. His career win percentage prior to that was below 35%. And it's just like, Why? But why? Why are you bringing him back? They interviewed him after he was the interim, and he didn't get the job. So what did you feel like you missed out and made a mistake? Like, why?
Well, that's what happens
Why?
when you hire Arthur Smith, man. Like everybody looks good.
I don't know. I think that
Just remember, Arthur Smith is the guy who said, "Hey, Dennis, no preseason. You're the guy."
yeah, and he's a big part of the issue too. But like, and look at how his offense is performing, right? Like,
What is
he couldn't
Desmond
even
Ritter
get.
doing? What is Desmond Ritter doing these days?
I know he was practice squad for Minnesota for that Seattle game because obviously 9 was out, so they signed him as the emergency. Basically, I don't know who the backup was to Brosmer. I don't. I know they signed him to the practice squad, so he's probably back
Bros-
door dashing.
Brosner should consider DoorDash.
I agree.
I mean, because he or maybe he should just become, the fucking destroyer or whatever. What was that nigga name that Diddy used to call?
The Destroyer. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that is what they called him. But
I mean, because that guy was just bit me over this weekend.
yeah,
Hey, best receiver in the league. Not going to involve him in the offense. It's okay. I want it to be 10-3.
well, because then you could say you were 2 games up on the next best team, but that didn't happen, Lee. And instead, you got
Because the Patriots kicker decided to have a fucking day.
No, we'll blame the Giants defense. I mean, he missed a kick and they still won. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, he missed a kick. He didn't Younghoe Koo it where, how could the Falcons mojo rub off on the Giants? That was like some Falcon shit.
Hey.
But it's their fault for signing.
Yeah, it's their fault for moving on from Saquon. It's their fault for a lot of things.
Yeah. Bart,
the Colts have came back to normal.
Yeah.
Lamar's sucking it up.
This year has been, I would say, and I'll say this from a betting standpoint, probably the most difficult year to gauge. Like, everybody's beatable. The Rams lost to the Panthers. Bryce Young's throwing dimes on 4th down twice. He threw 2 touchdown passes, and actually all three of them. The third one was on a 3rd down, but 2 of them were on 4th and 2, damn near kind of the middle of the field, like not in field goal range. And he threw dimes. They were wide open. Matt Stafford threw 2 picks. Everybody's beatable. Everybody is beatable. There's no team.
The Chiefs got beat by the Cowboys. The Cowboys are above 500 now.
Well, look at the Broncos and the Patriots. These are 2 teams on 8+ game win streaks. Like,
and they don't look that good in real life.
The Colts started off 7-1 with their one loss being because A.D. Mitchell decided to drop a pass. Oh, by the way, A.D. Mitchell fucking killed us on Sunday. He had his first 100-yard game and his first career touchdown since he let go of that one against the Rams. He kills his home college town team. Like, and it's like, well, I know he went to Texas after, but like still,
Yeah.
And so it just, I don't know. This year's been a wacky year. It's going to be hard for anyone to gauge who actually is going to go to the Super Bowl. The Chiefs most likely will not go to the playoffs. If they're going to have to win out, and they can. Their schedule, they've got 3 gimmies in the next 5. But for instance, the Houston game's not a gimme. I think that they're going to win. We'll get to the picks later, and I'll explain. But like, they got to play. Who was it that they had to play? That I was like, well, that was going to be a stiff game. I forgot. But the point is, even with that Cowboys game, it was just kind of like, okay, Cowboys are hot. And then look at them. Is there a team playing better than the Dallas Cowboys right now?
I don't know.
Aside from even those,
we started off Because at the beginning of the year, it's like, hey, the Cowboys may not be good, but Shotty's got the offense figured out. And then you look up and you're like, oh shit, George Pickens has more receiving yards than the Steelers receiving room.
He's second in the league behind JSN.
And he may be the second best receiver on his team. You know what I mean? And definitely from a scheme point of view, like CD's there, he has the chemistry with Dak, he has the bigger name. And then Jerry, everybody's mad at Jerry for trading away Micah. Defense has gotten better. You got Quentin Williams. I'm just saying, Jera may not be as close to Arthur Blank as y'all think.
They look good. They look damn good, and they could go on a run. Philly's got a tough game. They're lucky that they're actually catching the Chargers next week with a broken hand, Justin Herbert, because granted, LA is also a place where there will be plenty of green, like at the game, so it won't even be that big of a home game. But that still is a playoff team. As it stands today, the Chargers are a playoff team. So it's like, I don't know. If that offense can't score, that's going to be a fucking issue.
Yeah, Philly's not good.
They're not. They're not
and
good.
Jalen Hurts isn't playing well, and he's been in the league long enough that the expectation is that he can overcome a bad OC. I'm not saying that's fair. I'm just throwing it out there.
Hey, but at least AJ got his yards.
Did Josh Holsey make the playoffs?
No, he finished in dead last, tied for dead last with the commish.
Hey, shout out to Julian Turner.
Oh, for being the hottest team in the league going into the his off season.
Yeah, it starts the same time for Julian every year, but earlier than others.
Well, this year was a little bit nastier, I thought. I mean,
I thought it ended so great though. Like he really turned the season around. With like 0-6, ended up 5-8.
Yeah, Turner ended up winning. He won 5 in a row. He was 0-8 and he finished 5-8. So kudos to him.
And the most important one was that 5th win. I think that was the biggest win of the year because it mattered. It had stakes.
Yeah. Turner, again, he won, but he didn't win when it mattered. So.
No, he did. He needed to win the last week of the regular season, and that's what mattered.
Sure, from a last place standpoint, yeah.
I mean, from a first place standpoint too, it mattered.
I don't know, man.
Is there anything else in the NFL you want to talk about, or can we get to Big Dick Kiff?
Big Dick Kiff?
Yeah, he just put it on the table.
Is that the new nickname?
I mean, Let It Hang Lane.
Big Dick Kiff. That's a new one for me, Lee. Yeah, we can get into Lane.
College football is stupid.
Okay.
The business of college football is fucking stupid. Lane Kiffin got put in an impossible position where no answer is the right answer.
Right.
Rumor is he was coveting the LSU job for a while.
Okay.
Many could understand why. I personally think it's a bad job, but it can be a good job. But I think it's a bad job all in all.
Did you see the rumors behind the why the Florida job, why he didn't take it? Why that one got taken out? So him and the AD didn't vibe, apparently. His wife, so Lane's wife went to Florida. Her dad was is in their Hall of Fame. And I think that was the job he wanted. Because in a weird way, I think Florida's a better job than LSU.
Yeah, less pressure.
Less pressure, but more. And Lane is infatuated, apparently, with the head ball coach, and that's why he wears visors. He said that he got it from the head. Seriously, look it up. And like, I think that he wanted to take the Florida job, but because it just didn't work out vibe wise, like Florida to me, from a college sports standpoint, has a richer history than LSU overall.
Yeah.
Not just because of what we've seen in our lifetime with Florida basketball, obviously being they just won the national championship in basketball last year. They won the back-to-back with Al Horford, obviously Tebow. Those coincided damn near at the same time.
They were like, they
They're
had
pretty,
two champions.
they're pretty good at baseball. From my understanding, they've got a nice little gymnastics thing going there. You don't in the East, even though I know now there's no conference, there's no sides for the SEC. Florida, there's going to be more pressure for him to win right now at LSU, which I think he's going to do. I do,
Yeah.
honestly. I think that, so, which is why we shitted on kind of Brian Kelly, because like he doesn't even really fit that. Lane does. Lane's a dick, and so like Lane fits everything that LSU wants to be. And if he can do what he did at Ole Miss, imagine, and they're going to give him a $25 million NIL budget. I wouldn't be surprised if LSU won a national championship in the next 3 to 4 years.
Joel Klatt, not a fan of the move.
From a like schematic, like just from what standpoint?
Klatt said that Lane Kiffin was a big fish in a small pond. And although Kiffin hasn't won a national championship, I think he's a big fish.
He's as big of a fish as you can get that you can actually poach from a school. There's only 2 people that anyone would want to poach outside of Lane. And one of them we know for a fucking fact is never leaving where he is. Yeah, and then the other one is kind of almost begging to get fired. But they won't do it because why would they do it? Because he states the facts in his press conference of, look at what I've done the last 10 years, and then look at the history of the school. What are we talking about? Is what, you know.
Hey guys, if you don't know, we're talking about Kirby Smart and Dabo Swinney. The only 2 coaches in college football who have multiple national championships.
Yeah, those are the only people that anyone want to poach. Nobody hopped on Franklin fast enough. Franklin was familiar with the SEC, so but prior to this year's Vanderbilt team, he had the most successful Vanderbilt run before this year. I mean, so he's familiar with it, and certainly now he's built up more of a name because of what he did do at Penn State in his time there. James Franklin would have been able to get guys to come to LSU.
At Virginia Tech. Do you think Lane should have been allowed to coach through the playoffs?
Yeah, I do, because that's his team, and why not? And LSU was fine with it. Ole Miss was the only one, but I understand where they're coming from to where, this is a fuck you. You're going to basically a rival to a degree, certainly another team in conference that we play pretty much every year, or were playing every year for the most part, every other year. And, you're technically working for them anyways. Like, you can be you're coaching this football team, but the reality of the situation is you're still recruiting for them. Like, you're doing all this stuff for them while you're just game planning for us. I understood where they were coming from, especially because they clearly knew that they wanted the DC to be the head coach anyways. So they're just kind of like, you're either in with us or you're not. It's all for one or one for all, or you're not for any of us. Like, so I understood it, but I didn't think that it was the right move. Why not give your team the best chance to win?
Exactly. And unlike Joel Klatt, I have an issue with the college football calendar. And I want to put all of the blame on the college football calendar. Because did Lane Kiffin want to coach the LSU Tigers next year? Yes. Do I think Lane Kiffin wanted to finish the drill with Ole Miss this year? Yes. But guess what we have in between now and the national championship?
What's that?
Early signing day. So guess what LSU wants in place before early signing day? Fucking coach.
Yeah.
So they can recruit. And they're not wrong for saying, hey, Lane, we need you after the Egg Bowl. Or it's not your job. Lane Kiffin's not wrong for saying, hey, Ole Miss, I want to finish the drill here, but I'm going to take a better job that pays me more.
Yeah.
With better athletes and a better chance of winning.
Yeah.
He's not wrong for that. And if the college football had a legitimate calendar that offset the portal, that offset signing day, let's get rid of early signing day. How about that? Let's just get back to the other signing day. And for the guys who decide to come to school early, you just come to school early. We don't need an extra signing day for that.
Yeah.
We don't need to pressure everybody else to move their announcements earlier. And can we finish the season before we have to get into coaching changes and shit? You know what I mean? A later signing day means if you're committed to fucking LSU under Brian Kelly and Brian Kelly gets fired, okay, you go from committed to fucking open. Lane Kiffin gets hired. If it sounds good, okay, cool. But guess what? You don't have to fucking sign in goddamn December.
No, that's true.
You don't have to sign before the season is over because guess what? That quarterback may come back. That guy may come back to win an Natty instead of going to the NFL.
Yep.
You know, the NFL, college football is trying to become the NFL. Well, let's start with a fucking calendar. Let's have a coaching window, a recruiting window, a transfer window. And let's not have all of this stuff totally overlapping. It actually gives you a better product on the field and less controversy. But maybe you want the controversy because it creates more news stories and you can fucking bend ESPN, ABC, Disney, and Fox over for more money for your product. I don't know. Or maybe we should have a governing body, you know what the NCAA used to be?
Yeah.
To actually control what happens in this fucking sport and not be the wild, wild west. I shouldn't be able to be 3 games into a season and say I'm hitting the portal.
I totally agree. Should it be allowed for Colorado, for instance, to have their freshman quarterback sit out the last game to retain his redshirt eligibility? Should that be something like?
Oh, well, that's been going on for years.
Yeah, but why does it come down to the last game?
Well, because he may not be the pro prospect that he thinks he is, and he wants that eligibility. It's not like he's coming back to Colorado.
But if he was active on the roster, because I assume that all 3-4 quarterbacks that they have are active during these games, but he just doesn't play. But he only played in 3 games because it's 4, right? 4, from my understanding, was always the number.
I don't know the rules, but I'm okay with you fudging it like that. Like, come on, man. That's a line item in your fucking accounting. Like,
college football has to have a reform across the board. We don't need Tulane, North Texas, and James Madison to be in. Yeah, is it exciting potentially to see a Boise State beat Oklahoma? No, I'm just saying how Boise State beating Oklahoma in a BCS game. Yeah, it's awesome to see that stuff because it is different. But like, if they're not one of the 12 best teams, we shouldn't have them even in the conversation. Should Virginia go in over Miami, even though they won their conference, but Miami played a tougher schedule? They dropped, an ACC game or 2 that they shouldn't have. But if they're the better team, should they be in? Should Notre Dame keep getting the benefit of the doubt? Because they're not in the conference.
Absolutely.
They need to reform this stuff, man.
Well, you got to understand when the governing bodies of college football and specifically the college football playoff is the Disney Corporation. What the fuck do you expect, man?
I don't
Money.
know. A better, yeah, but, and I get it. That's why Notre Dame's going to be in it. And Notre Dame is a good team. Like they lost a 1-point game to Texas A&M, and then they lost to Miami on the road. And what was a game winning? That was also a 1-score game. So like, I get it, but they don't play in a conference. They set their schedule every year. Yeah, they have their natural rivals that they'll play every year, like a USC. I know they play Michigan quite a bit, but like, I don't know, man.
Have you seen this NBA TV halftime show?
Have I seen it?
It looks like Robin Lopez, Rudy Gay, and Stan Verrett.
I didn't realize Robin was out of the league. He was playing last year. I mean, Brooke is still with the Clippers, hanging up a bunch of points on the Hawks right now.
I mean, he's with the Clippers, and somebody's not with the Clippers. Apparently, Chris Paul got cut because of his leadership style, and I think it's time that this comes out, and I hope that somebody with a larger platform than us has the real conversation about Chris Paul. Hey, bro, don't nobody want to hear all that shit. You're not a champion, and now you 40. And you barely play. Shut the fuck up. Even if you right. Don't nobody want to hear that shit from you. Because guess what? When you were good, a lot of people didn't want to hear that shit from you. They just didn't have no choice. But now you ain't good no more. And I mean NBA good. Don't nobody want to hear that. Part of leadership is knowing how to lead the people that you're leading. And we give guys credit for being these tough, in your face ass leaders.
Mm-hmm.
But they should only get credit when it works. Like MJ, Kobe, they can get credit for their maniacal nature and isolating teammates and all of that stuff because the teammates didn't take it as seriously as they did or whatever, or they were just trying to big dick them. Whatever the reason is, I don't care the reason. It's okay because it worked. They won at a high level. LeBron's shit works because he won at a high level. D Wade shit works because he won at a high level. You know what doesn't work, Parlay Pete?
Whatever Chris Paul's doing.
The Chris Paul shit, the Jimmy Butler shit.
Chris Paul is good for Chris Paul is he's your Mark Rick, he's your James Franklin. He's a guy that will boost normally.
Mario Cristobal?
Yeah, if we look at what he's done in the past. I mean, look, this Thunder team, he was the first vet for a Shea, technically.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he played on the Clippers for the year. That was his first real vet. Him and Schroeder or whatever. And they were running that 3-man guard thing in the bubble. Almost beat the Rockets in the first round. It went 7.
I remember.
Yeah, me too. Because, well, who doesn't remember what was going on during COVID ball or bubble?
I made a lot of money during COVID.
Same.
Because, somebody predicted the finals right and put it in a fucking parlay.
You picked the Heat Lakers
in
the finals?
Yeah, I did.
You're a sneaky son of a gun.
It's probably one of my best bets ever.
Yeah. I didn't predict all that, but
I mean, you're not me. It's okay.
Well, I mean, I didn't want a fair share of money during the bubble. The bubble was pretty easy to predict because there was no fucking home court. So, like,
no, that was some of. Honestly, it fucked me up with basketball betting, and it's why I don't bet the NBA anymore because.
Oh, it's even worse now.
Because like betting COVID, those were gamblers' games. If you were a true basketball fan who watched ball and like that was during my league pass every night phase,
yeah,
it wasn't hard to bet series. Like betting game to game, whatever. But betting playoff series during COVID, that shit was so easy.
Yeah.
You know, that's the last time Joker got fucked up in a playoff series.
Hey, he got him there.
I mean, Jamal Murray kind of got him there.
Oh, you mean bubble ball Murray?
Yeah, Murray without hose.
Well, TJ Warren.
Hey, while we're here, the NBA without hose. Excuse me, let me clean this up. This is not the Godfather segment. The NBA without work really changes like how you view a lot of players. Like my man's with the short dreads for the Pacers, or short braids for the Pacers.
TJ Warren.
Giving buckets. And then you hear basketball players go, oh yeah, nah, he's a basketball player, but like he just don't get the chance to really cook like that. And then it's like, oh, my man's just focused. He went at the strip club last night.
Right.
This nigga Donovan Mitchell shooting from half court.
Yeah.
In the Florida offense.
Yeah.
That was some good basketball. But do you think Chris Paul deserved more dignity in how he was let go by the Clippers, or if the Clippers just should have kept him around, or they should have said, hey man, this season sucks and you're not making it better. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I think that I don't know if I know they're beating the Hawks and I guess they're gonna probably win, but does that change? Is that going to change anything? I mean, he would have been being a nuisance.
No, I don't think it changes anything for you and me because we watch the Clippers when they're on national TV.
They're a bad basketball product these days.
Yes, but I think it changes something for the organization because if he was holding players accountable, the front office accountable, and the coaching staff accountable, that's code for he was bitching at everybody.
Do you think Ballmer, any of this stuff going on with him, do you think that that's really what this is about? Because they're an old team for sure, but like the talent is still there. Like I mean,
I think it starts with like James and Kawhi. It was like, hey, nigga, nobody want to hear all that shit. You know, Kawhi sitting there like, bro, like
neither of them are vocal leaders either, though.
They're not vocal leaders, but that doesn't mean they don't have communication with the coach, the GM, the president of basketball operations, and the owner. And they can be irritated by something and by someone who's not contributing at all. He's not contributing to wins or losses.
Right.
This nigga just wearing a jersey or a suit. And he'd get on our nerves. I think sometimes that's how we need to think about sports. Like, think about like real life. How when my thing about Jerry and trading Micah, it wasn't about football anymore. It was
right.
I don't want to pay this guy. He did, in my mind, he did dirty business. I'm not paying him.
Right.
I think the same thing happened here. Hey, Ballmer's favorite people are tired of this nigga. Ty Lue don't want to hear it. Lawrence Frank don't want to hear it. Kawhi don't want to hear it. James don't want to hear it. And Ballmer don't want to hear it. And guess what? Ballmer isn't the owner who brought you in. Ballmer's the owner who shipped you out. Guess what? You hit the bricks. You can't guard. You short. You got a mini Kyle Lowry body. And you get on our nerves. Fuck out of here, CP3. And I think he's a legend. First ballot Hall of Famer. He did great things. They say he did great things for the Players Association.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can doubt or question his contributions to the game of basketball overall.
But just real quick on the Players Association, he did great things for max players. He kind of fucked the middle class of the NBA, which is what the rich tend to do. Fuck the middle class.
I mean, they still make out like bandits as far as I'm concerned. That's why Kent Bazemore was making more money than Julio. You know, I
But
think that
that's also
those guys still go make out well. I mean,
but that's also the same
reason
reason why a 10-year vet doesn't exist in the NBA, and we got vets on the first year of their extension, and they're not max extensions.
Look at Junkyard Dog, right? He got that 5-year 60 leaving the that guy wasn't worth that money.
LaMelo Ball is a vet right now for Charlotte.
And he's gonna
LaMelo,
still get it. He will, even if it's a lower end max, he's gonna still get a max.
well, no, he got his rookie max extension, but I'm
I
just
know, but I'm saying his
saying
next time, he's gonna still get a max.
well, yeah, the nigga still gets buckets and gets 10 plus assists. Like he's good.
Zion, I don't know if you saw Zion's out again. Zion's gonna get that max again, Lee.
Well, Zion's on the block. Joe Dumars said once he gets a legit offer, Zion's gone.
And maybe they should have did that probably 2 years ago, because what is he? He's not worth anything today. Like Trae Young, you know, everybody talks about Trae Young's worth. A guy like Zion, you gotta almost send him to a team where he's gonna be the 3 or 4, and you Embiid him like what the Sixers are doing with Embiid. He's gonna have to just sit out a bunch of games. He'll never be an All-NBA. He'll never be an All-Star again. But if you have him in May, in June, it'll all be worth it, because you know the talent is there. But it's like,
did you see what NBA executives are saying about Trae and LaMelo Ball?
what are they saying?
Let me see if I can find it.
We've reached the point in the NBA, guys even like Ja, and these are younger dudes. Like,
Well, I think the NBA is trying to get rid of. I think they're trying to get rid of that style of player.
I think that you're right, and I think that they are going to succeed, because the issue is that everybody looks at OKC, and we know that every league is a copycat league. That's why in the NFL there's a bunch of McVays running around and Shanahans, right? Like, or that's what you're poaching from them, and you're expecting that. It's the same thing in the NBA. The Thunder, they go deep. They have a star, obviously, in Shea. He's an MVP. Jalen Williams is a very good player. He's a very good player, I think. I think Chet's a very good player. This going out and fucking putting together, look at the Clippers. These aging guys, and eventually your Trays and your Jaws and your LaMelos, they are going to become the aging guys, because they're kind of at that point where, well, this is supposed to be their prime, but they're not doing it. They're not doing it that way. And you're not.
Well,
Ja's
none
of those three are Luka. They're not like a Luka either.
Well, Ja's out here playing fucking European basketball in the NBA. Like that stupid rotation stuff.
We talked about this. We talked about this already. And how the coaches, he's running Will Hardy basketball.
And LaMelo just plays bad basketball really well. And Trae has to be on a specific type of team to maximize Trae and that team.
Yeah, I get
it. I know. I just think that I don't like it, because these guys are good at basketball. They're really good at basketball. Like Trae, Ja, LaMelo. They are much better basketball players than J-Dub.
Yeah.
J-Dub is probably the most overrated, media-hyped basketball player in the league. I remember listening to Ryan Russillo refer to him as like a top 15 player.
I don't agree with that. But
he's not a top 15 player. I personally don't think that J-Dub is a better basketball player than Austin Reeves. You can tell me about his defense. Look here. J-Dub can't go in an NBA game and go get 50 by himself. If J-Dub scores 50,
I like how you said 50, because he had 40 in the NBA Finals. He had a 40-point game, man.
Yeah, cool.
This is what I'm saying. I don't think
he doesn't get a real 40, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, because he has the MVPs on his team.
Hey,
but
no. It ain't got nothing to do with that. His game does not allow that. Austin Reeves can go get a 30. Austin Reeves goes and gets 30 balls with LeBron and Luka on the court. J-Dub can't do that. So
Right.
trying and getting back to the copycat league, trying to build what OKC built, you can't do that. Because guess what? You don't have the job stability to make the trades that Sam Presti makes. You can't afford for those moves to be hits or misses. He can. So don't try to build like him. Just like everybody's shooting threes because the Warriors shot threes, guess what? They also played defense and they had two of the best shooters ever on their team. And when you throw in the KD years, you can throw in the best fucking pure scorer ever. Yeah, they can shoot a bunch of threes. The James Harden Rockets could shoot a bunch of threes and it fucking worked. I'm not saying go back to 90s NBA or 2000s NBA, but let's go back to coaching our players, building teams based upon the talent that's available. Let's not say, hey, our team's going to look this way no matter what. Everybody can't play 5 out. Some niggas need you to run a fucking play to get them a shot.
Lee, it's an imperfect league, and
it's ran by nerds who didn't play basketball.
no, you're right. You're right.
Come on, dog. We played a basketball at a much lower level. What happens if you go 5 trips down and you don't touch the ball? You ain't grabbing no offensive rebound.
As I say, a lot of people, they'll check out is what they do.
Exactly. But we're advocating that style of play in the best league in the world, and then we get mad and say, oh, the Euros are passing the Americans. No, the fuck they're not. They're not. They're fucking not. There's no country in the world that's better than America basketball. No country does it better. If you put the best players from all the other countries against one country and they beat them, that don't mean shit. Who keeps winning fucking gold? I don't give a fuck about these MVPs. These MVPs are voted on by niggas who don't play basketball, don't understand basketball.
Yeah.
These the same niggas that gave Jaylen Brown motherfucking Finals MVP and Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Who's the lifeblood of the Celtics?
Well, it's Tatum, but like,
Come on now. They barely a playoff team right now. He ain't there. If he show back up, they're the favorite to win the finals in the East.
I'd agree with that. Who do you like in the East?
And can beat OKC because guess what? Jason Tatum can go bucket for bucket with Shea. Jaylen Brown will get more buckets than J-Dub.
Yeah.
J-Dub.
They got it. They got a little hole up there at the big man, though. I like Hartenstein and Holmgren a little bit more than what they got currently. Obviously, they had Al and Porzingis last year, so that makes it a little different last year. We got to throw that out there. Now, obviously, this year they would have went out and they would have got somebody else if Tatum didn't go down. But like
6'7", I see you.
That or maybe especially with the AD sweepstakes going on, maybe that's who they would have added. I don't know. We'll never know. But
speaking of sweepstakes, do you really think Giannis is on the block for real?
Yeah, I absolutely do. Because he had already, that was what was talked about all summer anyways, and they suck.
Like, you think Jimmy
and nobody's surprised that they suck either. Like, they suck.
Is this Doc's last coaching job? Or does he got the rich files?
He might get one of those gigs where, especially if we get a new team that comes in the league.
Yeah.
And they want, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Doc Rivers. Yeah. Top 75 coach, only won one championship. Yeah.
Well, think about it. Well, and but normally that's how that stuff works. Like Isaiah Thomas with the Raptors, when the Raptors came into the league, they made him the president of basketball. Never done it before. But
shout out to Zeke. What he did as an executive, especially for the Knicks, he made a lot of niggas rich. And I don't
Curry,
I don't care.
Stephon Marbury, obviously.
I don't care if the team wasn't successful. When you are a black man, not a black man, when you're anybody who is allowed to make people that are a part of a group that you support richer, and you can get that shit off while still staying rich and not breaking the law, do rags off to you.
Hey, so when you said when you're a black man, I thought you were going to give me the famous Chris Webber quote, which is pinned on my Twitter. So I have to read it just because you said it. When you're a black man in this country, you can't compartmentalize. You must compartmentalize to stay sane.
Chris Webber is thankfully not on TV anymore.
He's not on Morehouse's campus either, from my understanding.
I don't know why they allowed him on this campus. This nigga.
Well, why not? He played in the NBA. He was at the time an active TNT commentator.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
He wanted to be adjunct.
Well, look here. You can add his ass to the junk. Everybody like it means something to go to Morehouse. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that's more credibility. He's a pro.
Come on, dog. You don't want to be educated by Chris fucking Webber.
A guy that calls timeouts with no timeouts.
Unless he's an archer, coaching basketball from fucking 12 to 12:50. Yeah, I'll show up for that.
And you know that he's not going to do that, Lee.
Yeah, no, he's going to teach media something he's not good at. Hey. See, that becomes the problem with black people helping black people. I support us helping each other and putting prominent black people in front of young black people to give them hope and dreams. Like, trust me, I believe in it. I wanted to go to the military and be a high school teacher and a football coach and a basketball coach assistant. I didn't want to be the head man.
Yeah.
When I got to Morehouse, that's where my goals. Then I started hanging out with friends who had like Rolexes and do cool shit. It cost a lot of money. And you go, guess what? You can't do these things on this type of budget. I don't want to be that guy. I want more out of life. So having these types of people around young, impressionable black men, because we're speaking about Morehouse, is important. But can we get the good ones? Like, if you're gonna get like player turned media personality, can you overpay for at least Shaq? I mean, he's not even good, but he's not bad. Can we get Shaq?
Yeah, but Shaq doesn't commentate. I mean, he does commentary, but he's not a color analyst or a play-by-play. Like,
Dominique's in Atlanta. Pay him.
Neek would be a good choice. You know, he might want to do it at his alma mater, but like, I mean, he's a good choice.
Yeah. Well, make it worth his while. But don't bring in Chris Webber. He's not good. As a black man, you gotta compartmentalize, but you can't compartmentalize. What the fuck is this nigga talking about?
Yeah, he's like, to stay sane. That shit was wild. But he's like, and LeBron had made it through. It was like a blowout. This nigga was like, and that was a beautiful three by LeBron. But he's like, it's just like, nigga, what are you talking about?
He don't know.
Like, I'm guessing he meant compartmentalize. But even then, even though he said compartmentalize, it's like, okay, well, even if you pronounced everything correct, what you said actually just doesn't make any sense. And so,
what you said was
but
stupid.
it doesn't even help that you can't even pronounce the shit, because now it sounds like you don't know what the word really is. Like,
he was in the thesaurus, man.
Niggas need to stop reading T.I.'s books then, because he's the only nigga that can get away with using big words and somehow make it sound like it makes sense, especially to a nigga. A nigga will be like, you know, that word actually fit where he put it, even though I know he don't really know what that means. He just knows it sounds good.
Well, you know, that's why New York niggas think they can rap, because like they use more words or they use bigger words, and it's like, hey, bro, this shit's terrible.
Yeah, I want to get back.
What 808's that, man?
I want to get back to the days of where there's a Funk Flex, you know. He's debuting Otis on Hot 107.9 or whatever radio station he's in New York, and you know, he doesn't have to use the big words. He just simply says, you know, you go into you. He's like, everybody in New York, stop what you're doing. He's like, go into your nearest 24-hour convenience store. He says, stick your hand in the cash register. He's like, take the money out and tell them that their money is your money now. We need more of that, not this. I want to sound sophisticated or whatever. And maybe that's why they did hire him, because, there's a lot of Morehouse niggas that will do that shit too. They get up there and they put on this
Suit.
Well, the suit, but I'm talking about.
I know.
They're not using big words, but it'll just be more of this. Oh, like niggas think that they like channel Dr. King when they get up there and they talk in any fashion. My name is Jameer Gaines, and I'm from Fort Wayne, Indiana, senior biology major, double major business management. And they'll get up there and they'll think that they're captivating the shit out of everybody, man.
And then get on Twitter, bro. You get flamed, nigga.
Yeah, and so it's during Crown Forum or something, and if somebody actually showed up, but
bro, I made my name at Morehouse freshman year in freshman O, just getting the tweets off. Hashtag freshman O.
You want to listen to what Darden had to say?
No.
Yeah.
Did you go to Crown? Did you have to do the Crown Forum makeup project?
Of course. That nigga, I would say that damn near the whole class did. But once I moved off campus, if it didn't fit my schedule, I just didn't go. There were times that I'd go up and scan and then literally like act like I was going in and then like turn right back around.
Nigga, I wasn't even doing that. I was
I would at least do that sometime. If I was on, like, it was a matter of am I on campus at this time? Because if I didn't have a class, bro, I was not sticking around to go to Crown Forum.
Bro, and see, that became my problem. My 2 years in the suites, it was I didn't have a class before Crown Forum, or I had something directly after Crown Forum. So either way, it's like, am I gonna walk all the way up here to take a nap in this chair?
Yeah.
Or am I gonna take a nap in my bed? Either way, I'm going to sleep during this time.
Right.
Or I'm gonna hit the calf because that shit's light. Ain't nothing like going to the calf on a Thursday when we got a big Crown Forum speaker. You Morehouse niggas going up here to hit Jesse Jackson. Nigga, I'm going to eat this food and I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
That sounds so niggerish, don't it?
Well, I mean, is it not true?
Hey, man, look. I knew Morehouse wasn't going to not graduate me for a fucking...
Morehouse.
For sit here and listen to a nigga talk to me. Hey, big dog, I got the 120 credit hours.
Morehouse.
Shout out to Dr. Ann Watts.
Morehouse.
Hey, how dope would it be if we like turn this into something dope and could like go back to Morehouse and teach a class on independent digital media?
I'd love it, honestly. I mean,
yeah, me too. I wouldn't be Chris Webber.
Well, you can't. Well, that's because you don't know how to compartmentalize.
No,
to stay sane. And so, but no, that would be fire as shit in reality. Because if there's anything I could do to help out my school aside from them just asking me for money, like, I was about to say, that's normally all they want. And for what it's worth, when us doing this tent and stuff, that is us giving the school money.
Yeah, we gave them money.
Because we're not really paying for anything. In reality, we're not. You're not really paying for nothing. You're on campus. You're paying to be on campus, and it's like
you're paying to be on campus and to pay for your shit for the day. Like, it is a much cheaper day if you buy food while you're there and bring your booze.
Or if I just hang out with all my friends not at school and we throw a party somewhere else, because we could have bought all that food, did all that at somebody's house.
Or we do like those people who are with Matt and you just like find somebody, you play a little bit of beer pong and you get a plate and like 3 shots and some beers and you leave to never be seen again. Shout out to you, Sensei.
So you just call motherfuckers out now. Um,
Bruh,
yeah, but something like that. Yeah.
you know what? I felt like she was the one who stuck out. Do I actually blame her? No, I blame Matt for it, but it is what it is.
What did Matt Flowers do to you, Holly?
He did nothing to me. He just brought all that riffraff over to the fucking tent, and they fucking did what they did. They ate, they drank, they left.
You want to know what you almost sounded like? You sounded like you've seen obviously Harlem Nights.
Yeah,
He was like when he went over to Ray's house, the Cantone, the guy that called everybody Jigs. He was like, because he's coming over investigating. He's like, Ray, I heard that you own this spot, and then he's like, what spot? He's like, man, he's like, I heard you could go over there, dance, drink, fuck, gamble. He's like, you do everything in there from mine. And he's like, so what do you do? And this nigga said, but the one point was the dance, drink, fuck, gamble. Basically, like everything could just happen over at our tent. And he's like, what do you do? He's like, man, I sell candy. And he's like, Sam, must be a toothless nigger in this fucking neighborhood. he's like, you sell candy and you living like this. One of my favorite movies. Not top 5, but it's top 10.
It's top 5 for me if you look at like what I actually watch. Like
and
I could tell,
comedian wise, legacy, like the legacy in the movie is.
I wish I could have just been on set for the bullshit in between scenes.
I want to do this real quick with you then.
Let's do it.
Give them to me in order, 1 through 3. Harlem Nights, Life, Coming to America. Now, obviously, Eddie Murphy's the constant in this, but like,
I would say based on what I watch, Life, Harlem Nights, Coming to America.
Wow, Coming to America last.
I watch Life and Harlem Nights more.
It's a tough question. I think that I think
like
it's hard. You can't really do a 1 through 3 with
like
it.
no. If you,
but I'm
if you
shocked
call,
that Coming to America was last for you.
But I will say that those 3 movies are in my top 10.
Same. No, seriously, same. They're in my top. That's why I asked because. But I would argue Coming to America might be. I know people look at 48 Beverly Hills Cop and stuff for Eddie. I think that's Eddie's magnum opus, in my opinion.
It may be. But what I like about Harlem Nights and what I like about Life so much more are the supporting characters. Like Life, ain't gonna be too many more motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like little shit like that.
There were more all-star casts in those 2 movies.
And then even in Life, the call
Eddie did a lot of roles in Coming to America. Yes. He only did 1 role in those 2 movies. No. He only did 1 role in those 2 movies.
And think about in Life the callback to when he get his ass whooped by Goldmouth and he go, I know old bitch named Della hit harder than you.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Well, they made it seem like it was in the same world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So hold on.
Della Reese's Pieces and shit.
Never mind, he was quick. Cause I was about to say Ray Gibson, Minaj, Sugar Ray. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, well, but that was kind of, again, there's a theory out there that those movies did take place in the same universe. But look at it this way. You got Rick James fucking being
not Smokey,
Spanky Johnson, which I guess is a play maybe off of Bumpy, but not really. I don't know. And Life is awesome too. They're all
it is, bro.
Anthony Anderson, bro. Everybody, can't get right, which is Joaquin Boken or whatever his name is, and he's done a lot of stuff.
Bernie Mac, bro.
Bernie Mac, yeah, man.
Bro, it's just so much funny. All of those movies, like. But now you could call Cindy right now and you say, "What's Adam's favorite movie?" She's gonna say Life, and she's gonna be like, "Oh."
Life is so great, though. It's an all
Life.
Oh, the soundtrack. The soundtrack.
Life.
But I'm talking about you got Wyclef when they did the aging scene when everybody died.
Yeah.
You got obviously it wasn't really in the movie, it was in the credits, but Maxwell, that's like Maxwell's best song, in my opinion. That was the lead single of the movie, the soundtrack, the fucking Unfortunate. It's such a great song.
Fortunate
Yeah, bro, that's
to
a great song.
have you, girl. I'm so
I'm
glad.
so glad you're in my world.
Boy, I had a mean segue that I forgot.
How are you gonna do that? I
Oh,
tell you
yeah,
what,
we're talking
do this real quick, because this is actually on 4% and I don't have the charger. I'm gonna disappear for 2 seconds and I'll be right back.
Well, shout out to Parlay Pete for not having a charger, you know.
I know I'm normally a lot better than this.
Yeah, he's not a YN. He ain't got a charger. What you doing, man? But nah, we're talking about movies, and I actually want to transition us into music a little bit. Because we all got our, from whatever music platform, streaming platforms you use, we got our music updates or our year-end review. And I'm gonna wait for Parlay Pete to get back to talk about it. You know, usually Gucci Man and Wayne, not Wayne. Shout out to Wayne. I was thinking about my man's Wayne. But usually Gucci Man and Future are at the top of my list. But this year it was a tad bit different. I look forward to talking about it with Parlay Pete, and he's back. Hey, so Parlay Pete, I'm about to open up my Apple Music for my year-end review.
Can you
And
see me on the screen?
yeah, I'm looking right at you. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. I can't see myself though.
Yeah, you're here.
Hold on. Let me disappear again real quick.
Okay. Well, he's disappearing, and he's bike.
There we go.
Well, I can't see you now.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's just a black screen. Oh, there goes Rich.
Now can you see me?
Nah, black screen.
Okay.
See, these are the beauties and the joys of a live show, man. Like
Am I
everything.
here?
No, just a black screen.
Damn it.
You know, when you're doing a live show, just things happen. Yeah, we see you.
All right, good deal.
All right, so I'm gonna bring up my my replay for Apple. Okay.
Okay.
See, we're gonna play it. Come on now.
You don't know what you ain't seen what
I guess that gives you a little what I've been listening to.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it does. It does. And you know, Spotify changed the game this year because they did what your listening age is. They kind of predict like, well, how old are you?
Pusha T was my top artist this year.
I promise you the floor plans nothing like
Who do you think my top artist was?
Kanye.
No, this was the first year he was number 2.
All right, so who's your number one? Drake?
It was Drake. Yeah, it was Drake this year. But for what it's worth, he dropped my number 1 song was off of the P&D Drake album. So like, which I was at the time, because that came out on Valentine's Day. I was involved with a woman in New York at the time.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
yeah, I know, right? This year's gone by because you remember when we were talking about this stuff. And so I think that this was a song that I thought fit everything. My number 1 song was Spider-Man Superman. And I couldn't believe it. And then the next, out of that top 5, I had 3 clip songs. Ibida, Mike Tyson Blow to the Face, and then So Far Ahead, and then sandwiched in between Ibida and Mike Tyson Blow to the Face was Forever Be Mine by Gunna, because I love that track. I thought that track was super hard. It's Gunna and Wizkid. But those were my top 5 songs. I had Drake at 1 as the artist, Kanye 2, Clips was 3, Jay-Z was 4, and then maybe the biggest shocker, I had Playboy Cardi 5. But again, he also dropped an album this year. So like I'm not
I
a
look
little
like you don't
surprised.
listen to a lot of music.
Well, I have, what does it say? 13,209 minutes listened. But again, they break this stuff down. My listening age that they had me at was 34. So pretty spot on. I mean, I'm 32, but it said since you were into music from the late 2000s.
Yo, I just pulled up my all-time replay. You want to know what my top song is?
What's that?
Future, Too Comfortable.
Really?
Yeah, but
You said of overall all time.
Yeah, but if we're gonna be honest here, it's a song that I listen to a lot during my ups and downs with Cindy, so it makes sense.
Well, Too Comfortable is great. Probably the last. It's not. I like Wait for You too, but like probably the last like. They had some shit on the news, the shit with Metro too, but like,
just a vibey. It's a vibey, but talking to the women, but he's rapping. I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to Future, man.
I also listen to, just as because they do this on the Spotify. I don't know if they do it on Apple. I also listen to 323 different genres.
Yeah, I probably didn't go that deep. Let's see.
325, I'm sorry.
Let's see.
But my top genres were, number 1 was pop rap, which I guess it kind of makes sense with Drake. Then 2 was trap soul. Then 3 was trap. Then 4 was pop. 5 was oldies. So technically, hip hop as a whole wasn't even on here, which is weird because 3 of the top 5 songs were hip hop. But
so my top genres were hip hop, R&B and soul, Christian, Dirty South, and rap. My top albums were Let God Sort 'Em Out, Jesus Is Born, Everything Is a Lot, Pretty Girls Like Trap Music, Alfredo 2, and honestly, Everything Is a Lot, Wale's album.
That just came out, didn't it?
Yeah, and it has, yeah.
But you don't listen to too much music like that either this year, because unless you've been just really playing the shit out of it.
Oh no, I bumped the Wale album pretty much every night before bed.
So yeah, you've been listening to the shit out of it.
Yeah, I've listened to the year. Yeah. Well, I mean, my number 1 album is Let God Sort 'Em Out. You know what I mean? Like,
no, same. That was. But we both agreed once we heard it. We said, "Is this a classic?"
Yeah, and so here's the thing.
I was arguing, is this maybe Clips' best album? I thought it was.
I don't feel comfortable saying that because I did not listen to the other albums when they came out.
But you heard them though.
Yes, but my album of the year is probably recency bias, but it might be Wale.
I haven't listened to it at all.
So I'll tell you, dog, it's kind of, bro, it's perfect for me. Wale's an emotional guy who probably drinks too much and is talking about women problems. And, that kind of fits me right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I like this album. I know I like the album, right? But I don't know if it's driven by it relating to me more than any other album has this year.
Okay.
Or if I just like it that much. Because it's really weird when an artist you like, who you're going to listen to no matter what, put something out, but then it also speaks to you at where you are in life at that time.
Yeah.
You're going to like it more when you heard it than when you go back and listen to it in 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, I can't say if I'm in a healthy, happy relationship, I can pick this album back up and enjoy it. Which doesn't take away from how well he rapped and how good the songs are. Like, I actually want to take a nice little ting to the concert because
a nice little ting.
Yeah, some little dancey vibes in there that I really want to get my Afro beats 2-step off to.
A two-step.
Fucking Atlanta.
Hey,
Haters.
yeah. My top 5 album, Let God Sort 'Em Out was number 1. Some Sexy Songs for You was number 2. Brought this up a couple of weeks ago on the pod. Views was number 3. I had no Kanye album in my top 5. Music by Playboy Carti was 4, and then For All the Dogs by Drake was number 5. And again, what this is Kanye didn't really drop. I mean, honestly, he didn't drop any music this year. And I do go back and still listen to his music. But I think that listening to music when it comes out, you will even go back to other people's catalogs and listen to more. Like, I don't know if it's just there's a science behind it or what it is. But yeah, I was a little bit surprised, like just in general, like with my grouping. I mean, Kanye was still number 2 artist, which obviously, I mean, Ye is always in heavy rotation. But the other thing is that in my car, I don't listen to music because like the radio is fucked up. So like I can't even like I have a charger that would make me do it, but I don't listen to music. So whenever I listen to music, it's at home.
Hold on, how long did you say you listened to music this year?
Give me a second. I had 13,209 minutes.
I think I beat you. Let me see if I can find it.
You probably did. There was a little bit of time where I didn't even renew my Spotify either, for what it's worth. But like,
you know, I've been, I was heavy on music this year. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. Looking at this music thing, and Apple breaks down your top artists by each month, and it's funny to me to like see my top artists and my top songs because I can point to where I was in my like mental space based on what I was listening to. Like, let me see if I can find it. Well, I didn't expect to go this long on this either, by the way.
Yeah, I know. We are
how much time are we on the show?
we got 8 minutes, which we only need about 3 for the picks. Anyway.
Oh, we got 8 minutes left?
Yeah, so we got about 5 minutes of fucking around.
All right, so guys, I watched the Diddy doc all the way through. Parlay Pete hasn't, so we'll discuss it next week. I'm gonna give it another watch. And for those of you who watch me on multiple shows, I'm pretty sure me and the Village Vets will talk about this on Tuesday next week, amongst other things. But Pusha T beat Future by 1 minute this year.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Now was that's including him as a part of Clips?
Yes, because Malice is in my top 5, which really throws off my top 5 because I just because of how much I listen to that album. But Future is really my number 1 artist. And if I combine like YouTube and Apple, it'll be Future. I mean, how can a Wizard not be your top artist though?
The Wizard.
You're not a big Future fan like that, though, are you?
No, I am. I love Future's music. I think Future is one of the best to do it. I would argue. I mean, we did the Atlanta podcast when we broke down.
He might be the second best artist out of Atlanta, if we're being honest.
Who's number 1? But is it 3,000 or is it Outkast? Like,
no, I'm just talking about artists, just individual.
So then, are you saying rapper? Because like,
yeah. But I'm saying Andre and his Outkast body of work. Like, I just won't put anybody in Atlanta above Andre.
They're so hard to do it that way, like, because it's so hard to leave Big Boy out too. Because I don't think there's.
I just mean as just individuals. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
I mean he's had killer features too. Well, I mean, so Big Boy, but like,
if we talk about just rapping, like bars, Big Boy is higher on the list than his popularity as a solo act would say.
As a solo artist, to me, and I think I said this before, I think it's T.I. Like if we talk about everything, it's probably T.I. As a solo artist, I don't think Future has eclipsed T.I. in T.I. has an album. Paper Trail itself to me is more popular and I think DS2 is arguably a better album, but I don't think it's more popular than Paper Trail. So like,
Yeah, but come
and
on,
then
man.
King with ATL, the movie.
Paper Trail's not
Tip's
fair.
an American Gangster. Tip is like, to me, if we had to seriously just sit down and say everything, the biggest person to come out, I think it's T.I.
That's fair. I'm just not the biggest fan of T.I.'s music. Like, I say
Really?
that.
He's got so many hits.
No,
dude.
I like it, but I don't listen to it. And
That's fair.
I've started basing my music conversations not on what I say I like, but on what I listen to.
Yeah.
And again, what I listen to is not necessarily like what I mean by who's better. Now, that's a different conversation. Like,
Right.
there are niggas who can rap their ass off. I just don't want to hear that shit.
We don't want to hear that weak shit no more.
I mean, shout out to Kendrick. He was in my top
well, he
5.
took it from Kanye's the one that said it first.
You know, Kendrick's in my top 5 this year. He won't be there next year.
Why not?
Nigga, I don't listen to Kendrick like that.
What's wrong with K-Dot?
There's absolutely nothing wrong with K-Dot. I just don't be going to hear all that deep. Bro.
That empowerment shit, huh?
No, bro. Honestly, I spend way too much time trying to break down complex topics in my own personal time, not for entertainment. I don't want to do that in my music.
Okay.
Like I'm not like, I respect it and I like it, but I like hard art music. You know what I mean? Like, one of my top songs was by that white girl.
Oh, Georgina?
Yeah.
I love Georgina.
Yeah. I love Bad Bitches too. The remix with Glorilla, I love that song. I love that ratchet shit. Yeah, I sent you. Yeah, I sent you Lotto's feet.
I know you did.
Yeah. You know I got a foot fetish, right?
Yeah, we know. We know.
You ready for the picks? Cause
I am. I literally just put it together just now, and we are ready to go live. I'm gonna zoom through college because we got to beat the clock here. So
don't worry about the clock today, because I'll use the other. I'm gonna use the good AI for the clip, so don't worry about it.
Okay, good deal.
Like we need to care about the clock just for our own personal time, but like, I'm not using the 2-hour AI clips.
Gotcha.
Let me find it. Is this it? No. Dan Snyder. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Parlay Peeps College Football
666 last. Well, maybe not the last college football 6-pack of the year, because I guess we'll have a point where we'll have bowl season where maybe we'll be able to do it. But nonetheless, we got championship weekend this weekend, guys. And yeah, we had some pretty good weeks this year. Let's close this one out with a bang. We'll go ahead and start off with 1 versus 2. You got Indiana versus Ohio State. The game is in Indianapolis. We're going to just keep it real simple here. The spread's 4. We're going to take Ohio State money line. We're not even going to do the -4. I think Ohio State's better than Indiana.
I like the -4, by the way, personally. I'm just putting that out there.
They probably will cover, but like, I just think they'll win the game. Because what if they win by field goal? Let's just take them to win.
Yeah, no. For a pick you're giving away, you got the right thing. Just for some background
they're going to win the game. And they're -195. So it's not like, it's not great for a single bet, but it's good for a parlay. Like,
it's not a -110 like you expect on a fucking winning a cover in the NFL.
Yeah, well, and then just a 1 versus 2 matchup. Normally, that on a neutral field, that should be a little bit closer. That would be the thought. But
it should be like an NFL line, NFL numbers.
Exactly. Next, we got UNLV at Boise State. Now, this one, I was going to take UNLV money line, but I like the points. We'll take UNLV +4.5 against Boise. I think that offensively they're the better team. Boise obviously kind of has that pedigree. Don't be surprised if Dan Mullen wins the job and then somehow, some way, Auburn or somebody ends up hiring him. Next, we got Duke.
Real quick, because we can play with time.
Yeah.
Doesn't Dan Mullen deserve a real job?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like, would you be surprised, like maybe if Auburn hired him?
I mean, wouldn't it be crazy if Dan Mullen just stayed in Florida?
And then who says that South Carolina doesn't fire Beamer? I mean, there's a lot of Kentucky just hired their coach, but like obviously we didn't even talk about how the second longest tenured, or no, he was probably the longest tenured in the SEC.
Mark Stoops.
Yeah, because he had been there longer than Kirby's been at Georgia. He's been there like 13. He's been there a minute.
Shit, we didn't talk about Brian Hartline getting the South Florida job and what that means for Ohio State moving forward, because I don't believe in Ryan.
Well, he's going to coach through the bowls.
I mean, like moving forward for Ryan Day, because I don't think Ryan Day is as good of a coach as he gets credit for.
I agree. Chip's a free agent, and he was there last year. So you do with that what you want.
Yeah, Chip's coming back.
Yeah, he never sold the condo.
But Brian Hartline was recruiting receivers.
Yeah. And then next, we got a 2-for-1 on this one. So this will encompass 2 of these picks in the 6-pack. We got Duke at Virginia, which obviously this game's actually in Charlotte. For one, I like Duke on the money line as the dog. They're the dog of the week for conference picks. I like chaos, and I think that we're going to get chaos anyways. I don't think that Virginia's all that good to begin with, and I think that Duke has a great quarterback. I like their quarterback. That dude's going to be somebody that people need to watch next year. Arch is going to go first, but like he could be the second quarterback. So I like Duke on the money line, but I also like under 58. I think that they have it a tad bit high because I think the expectation is that Virginia is going to score a lot of points. Duke's defense isn't great, but like in a conference championship game, I think that that's a lot. So we're going to take under 58 and Duke money line. Then next, we're going to get real local here, but not as local as you think. Kennesaw State at Jacksonville State. Kennesaw State has the opportunity to have a 10-win season in their first year of the out of the FCS and then D1A. I like Kennesaw State on the money line here. They are the favorite. They're not a big favorite, but I like Kennesaw to win. I know somebody personally that is putting money into that program. This is their first year doing it. I'm a little bit surprised that they're doing as well as they're doing, but it's not surprising if you can get the feeders from the Georgia high school schools and get
Kennesaw's
like the guys that play with the guys, and then they have to go somewhere and they can start as freshmen and shit. I'm not surprised if they go to Kennesaw because they're like, well, I can transfer.
Yeah, no.
And they get guys to come in that are from here that were bench riders at South Carolina, Clemson, these places, Georgia, and then they come and they shine for their junior year, and then they go somewhere as a senior or as a grad. It makes a ton of sense. Kennesaw State's a perfect place to do that. So
Georgia State too, more so than Kennesaw State. Like Georgia State,
you would think, but
like
with Kennesaw offers at least a traditional college experience because Georgia State's basically you're in downtown Atlanta. Like
true.
And to me, that does make a difference sometimes.
But there's nothing to do at night in Kennesaw.
Shit, you can go to the Battery.
I'm talking about in Kennesaw. Like
I get it, but they got a good barbecue spot out there.
Sure, you can go to Mozzie's, you can go to Siva's, you can go to Bazooka. But like I go because I live in Cartersville. I actually go to the night spots in Kennesaw.
Yeah, you would know better than me. No doubt.
Bro. Let me tell you what. I'm never inviting you out to meet me in Kennesaw. Like Halloween night, my niggas hit me up and say, "Hey, bro, we hitting the zoo in Kennesaw," and I said, "Yeah, I'm going to Tongue and Groove, guys. Sorry."
Yeah, like I'm getting the fuck out of here. I tell you, it's like you hard R's enjoy.
Right? You think I'm gonna waste this Tyrone Biggums on Kennesaw?
Yeah. You made the right choice.
Yeah, I know. I'm just really upset that I didn't speak to my high school friend who I saw in the club that night.
You should have. But
I want to get her on the show, by the way.
Let's bring her in. I'm always for that. And I don't know, Demi just sent me something. And then next and finally, we've got Georgia at Alabama. The big kahuna every conference championship weekend. We're going to go ahead and take Georgia on the money line. I think that Kirby exercises those demons. against Alabama. He gets this one done. I think that Georgia's better than Bama anyways. And this isn't a biased pick just because I've got the hat on and I live here and I've grew up rooting for them. I promise you, this is 100% just I think that they're going to win the game. We're going to take Georgia on the money line as the last pick.
I love that. Hey, question for you.
Yes, answer.
I forgot the question.
Oh, man.
But no, I know you're going to be on dad duty this weekend, but I'm thinking about Saturday getting up at a decent hour, getting a smell of some SEC football, and
I mean, no, you should
going across the street to support T.I.'s establishment. You know, I may not support the music T.I., but I support 10.
No, you should 100% do that. Again, Nico will be here. I'm sure that he will. So I've got a birthday party to be at 12:30. Yeah, text him. I've got a birthday party I've got to be at 12:30. And so I forgot I think that game is normally at 3:30. I don't know if it's a night game this year, but
no, it's usually a afternoon game.
Ours is the party's for 2 hours. It starts at 12:30. So I mean, I will have her. And obviously, I won't be downtown, but like if anyone wants to come here to pregame or watch the game, that's fine with me. But yeah.
Well, hey, Parlay Pete, I love your college football sick. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Parlay Pete's NFL
666. The moment everybody's always waiting for. We'll kick this thing off the right way. We got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Buffalo Bills. This game is famous for the DeMar Hamlin game. They played each other every year.
You mean the Raheem Morris game?
Yes. That actually is, well, formerly known as the DeMar Hamlin game. Now it's the Raheem Morris game because we know exactly why. And anyone that doesn't get it, that's up to you to interpret and how you want to take that. But nonetheless, we got the Bengals at the Bills. And this pick isn't because of fantasy football, but at the end of the day, fuck it, why not? We're going to take the Bengals on the money line. I think they're about to go on a run. I think that the Ravens and the Steelers fucking blow dick. So let's go Bengals money. Next, we actually have those two teams that blow dick. The Steelers and the Ravens. So this game is interesting to me. I think that we get the over, honestly. I like over 43 here. I think that
Adam Thielen makes a big impact on the game.
Well, I could just see this thing being 17-17, and maybe they trade some field goals. And I don't know. I like over 43 here. It seems a little low overall. Like I think a lot of people will look at it and be like, well, nah, actually the way that the games have been going, this game's probably going to go under. And then that's exactly what you do. You don't take exactly what you think. Do the opposite of what you believe because that's how you're going to win. So give me over 43. Next, we got the Seahawks at the Falcons. I'm going to do a first on this show. Give me the fucking Seahawks -6.5. I think that they blow doors on the Falcons, and I'd love for Raheem to prove me wrong because he fucking can't, and I know he can't. So
I hope he proves us right and he gets fired.
So take my word of advice here. The Seahawks should blow doors on the Falcons. Give me the Seahawks -6.5 against the Falcons.
Hey, and just a little precursor to Lee's 3. I hope he proves us wrong and Raheem gets fired.
Exactly. Next, we got the Denver Broncos at the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, this one I actually have confidence in. They already played earlier this year on Thursday night. It was 10-7. I don't really see points getting scored here. The Raiders have been giving up a ton of it. It's a disaster. And honestly, I'd love to kind of just take them. If I'm being honest, I'd love to just take the Broncos 7.5. But I'm going to take under 40. I don't expect the Raiders to really score. So that's kind of my reason behind this. We're going to take under 40.
Yeah, you know what? I don't need them to score this week. I need them to score next week. Never mind. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to score. He got a great game last week, too, by the way. Did you see that catch?
No.
Oh man, he made a sick catch. Look it up.
You gotta understand, I was bent over Sunday. Whoa, pause. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all don't know the backstory, and I can't tell you like the whole story because of like company shit. But fuck, I almost told y'all like a private joke on the pod.
I hear
I was
that.
I was at work Sunday, so I didn't get home until about 6:00, and that game was not in my local market, and Josh Holsey didn't sign in the red zone at my house. Dick.
Right.
What's the
all right,
next pick?
We'll leave that where you left it. Next, we got the Rams at the Cardinals. Give me over 47.5 here. I really do like the over. I think that the Rams are definitely a team that can score, and obviously Bryce Young could throw on them. I don't know why Jacoby Brissett wouldn't be able to. I mean, Jacoby Brissett's actually been playing really well.
Is he better than Bryce Young?
Jacoby Brissett?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I would take him over him today. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm going to meet up with Nico this weekend.
There you go.
Thank you.
Him and Kanai, they're going to the game. He might have an extra ticket now. He might try to sell it to you.
Look here. I'm going to go to 10.
You wouldn't go even if he gave you a free ticket?
That's different.
Right. I get it. Well, what if he said, well, look, bro, I paid this much for it. Just give me 200. Would you do it?
Yeah.
There you go. So he might do that. I know he has.
Hey, Parlay Pete, I work again. So, like those dumb things that I couldn't do and didn't do?
No, I'm not. I wouldn't say it like that anyways.
No. I'm just saying they're back.
I got you.
Oh, speaking of which, the buffer is back too. You don't have to respond to that. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. But Rams Cardinals over 46.5. Let's take it. I like that. And then next, and our final pick of this week's six pack, we've got the Texans at the Chiefs. Pretty important game all the way around. I mean, obviously for the Texans, they've got a game up on the Chiefs. If the Chiefs win, they now have a tiebreaker. The Chiefs have to win out if they're going to go to the playoffs. They are at home. I like the Chiefs here. Give me the Chiefs minus 2.5. I think that they do win the game, and I think that they win it on a game-winning field goal.
Well, you did say that you're going to fade the Texans for the rest of the year after they fucked you on Monday Night Football.
Yeah, and the thing is, even with them too, I'm not a believer in an offense that has Willie Marks running the ball and Nico Collins and I guess Dalton Schultz, which, I mean, he's on my fantasy team, but those being basically your only weapons. And C.J. Stroud, he came back and played better last week against the Colts, but give me the Chiefs. I'm not going to fall for this. The Chiefs are going to lay down. Because if they lose, that's what they're doing. They're laying down. And I don't think that they're going to lay down. So,
okay, I don't either. So we got Bengals on the money line, Steelers Ravens over 43, Seattle minus 6.5, Broncos at Raiders under 40, Rams at Cards over 46.5, and Chiefs minus 2.5.
do that again. We didn't even do our leads 3. I'm sorry. She had sent me a text. I just needed to respond. I didn't know.
No, bro. You're good. I get it. Bengals on the money line. Steelers versus Ravens over 43. Seattle minus 6.5. Broncos at Raiders under 40. Rams at Cards over 46.5. And Texans at Chiefs. Chiefs minus 2.5. Sorry.
Yeah, what it was is I thought that you were doing your 3. And I was like, well, hold on. We didn't even. I'm tripping.
Yeah.
But
okay. You like it? I love it.
And when you love it, that means that it's time for
Leads 3. All right. So for Leads 3 this week, we're gonna go 2 out of college, one out of the NFL. It's championship week in college, so I feel like the right thing to do is to give you a bit more college love.
Yeah.
So you know what? Fuck that. Ohio State on the money line. I don't believe in Indiana. I think they're a good Big Ten football team, but being a good Big Ten football team doesn't mean you're a top team in the nation. And I think Ohio State exposes that. One of the beautiful things about Ohio State winning their national championship, about Michigan winning their national championship and competing for multiple national championships, These teams did not look like Big Ten teams. They looked like top-notch college football teams.
Yeah.
And if you go back to the old Big Ten, back when Ohio State would play Iowa in the Big Ten championship game,
Yeah.
you understand that how bad the bad part of the Big Ten is. And a lot of these teams have good records, and they're covered by guys like Joel Klatt and the rest of the Fox crew who nobody fucking knows. I mean, we know Klatt, but we don't know anybody else. And mind you, when you think about Klatt, remember the Vince Young 70-3 game versus Colorado? Joel Klatt starting quarterback for Colorado back then. Just throwing that out there, throwing that out there. The Big Ten creates good football players and has a good team or two every year, but the Big Ten top to bottom is not an NFL conference. It's not comparable with the SEC, and the idea that they should be seen as equals if we go to a different playoff format where we give out guaranteed bids, or we go, hey, AFC, NFC, no, it's not the same.
Does that grind your gears?
Oh, I fucking hate it, because one conference is literally with NFL players, and one conference has a lot of NFL players, a few good teams, and a lot of niggas who are getting good degrees.
That's fair.
I mean, I'm being honest with you. Up until NIL, some of these niggas who went and played in the Big Ten were better off going to Morehouse, because, nigga, you're going to corporate America.
Mohau.
But anyways, what else I got for Leads 3? Oh, UGA on the money line.
Of course.
That goes without saying. Question for you, Parlay Pete.
Answer for you.
Did you get a chance to listen to the Pablo Torre bite on Legend?
I did not. What did he say?
You should just give it a listen. Apparently, Legend killed his cousin when he was 17.
And how does he know that? Because Pablo Torre finds out. That's why.
And Legend talks about it. So he talks to Legend, he talks to Paul. It's just really good, because Legend represents what we know SEC fans to be. The guys who didn't go to the school, but they love it so much. And the people who actually go to the school don't respect those fans the way that they should. But these fans actually love this more than you do.
Yeah.
Like, bro, we complain about the Falcons and the Bulldogs when they lose, but it doesn't really affect our weeks that much. It affects Sunday, especially if Julian Turner's around, but it doesn't really affect your week.
Well, Julian Turner
is a dick.
Yeah, he's going to be a dick about the whole situation, no matter what happens. So,
I mean, Julian Turner doesn't accept Mike Tomlin, and we'd gladly fire our hard R for Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, well, now he called me yesterday, and we actually spoke, and he said, well, they're cut from the same cloth, and I was like, G, you're right, they are, because they did actually work together. That's where he kind of got his start was under him. He was his assistant DB coach in Tampa. So it makes sense. They were in the same position room. So it makes sense.
Well, if you remember the Flying Coach podcast back when Bill Simmons did it a few years ago, I sent you, and it's Mike Tomlin, and Sean McVay.
Right.
And they're talking like friends.
Yeah. Because they are friends.
But that's what you take away from. You go, oh, these niggas are friends.
Yeah, they're cool.
Also, I understand why McVay works and why he wears a fade in his beard the way he wears it.
Yeah.
McVay fucks with niggas.
McVay fucks with niggas. McVay from here.
The thing is,
so
Ra and Tomlin. Yeah, I know what we see on camera, and I know you and I can see between a lot of that shit and say, "Hold up, them niggas are niggas." But in that podcast, but in the podcast, the way that they're acting, and then McVay's involvement. If you've seen Next Friday, McVay is like Roach, and I don't mean the actual way that he carries himself, but the white guy who is white as fuck but fucks with niggas and be on nigga shit, but is white.
Yeah,
that's McVay. But it makes sense as to why he can relate, because if you listen to, I mean, I listen to like Saban and Kirby talk, and you
They're
go,
white guys.
they're white as fuck, but you can understand how they resonate with black people.
Yeah, they're white guys. Hey,
The message is similar. Finally, let me get to my last pick though. I'm over here fucking talking.
yeah, just greasing the mic.
Give me Seattle minus 6.5. Fuck the
All
fuck.
right. Aren't you tired of this shit? Like it's just kind of like
No, like
there's a line from Wild Wild West, General Bloodbath McGrath. I don't know how many people actually like that movie, but I always like the song.
West.
I
Yeah.
like the song Cisco. We go, you know.
Yeah,
I
but
fuck with Will
there
Smith.
was a line in the there's a line basically, and it was Bloodbath McGrath was like, "Send me on to hell." That's what I want Seattle to do. Send me on to hell.
Send me on the hill. Send Ra and Zach Robinson, Rich McKay. Sorry, Terry. I believe in you. I want you to stay, but I understand why you have to go. And I hope that you are set up to get another opportunity to be a GM in a better situation. I mean, starting off with a better cap, starting off with a better quarterback room. I mean, I know we say this a lot, Parlay Pete, but the fact that Terry fixed the defense, got us out of cap hell, even with making the quarterback mistakes, he did not get a. We're not tied long term to bullshit, and we still have cap flexibility to be able to sign these great players that he drafted who look like they're going to be studs, like Bijan, Drake. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I'm okay with Terry getting fired because you want a whole new regime, a whole new culture.
yep.
But I think Terry needs to be fired with favor. You know what I mean? Like there needs to be like an asterisk.
Terry needs to be fired to the extent in which everybody recognizes that that place was on fire. You were the one that had the fire extinguisher and you kept doing it, but the flames just got too heavy, man. It just, the smoke was too much. It was nothing you could do about it. It didn't matter that
You're not a
were doing
firefighter.
everything you could. Exactly. You're not a firefighter. You're just a guy with a fire extinguisher. And
You
that
tamed
place
the
was on
fire.
fire when you got there.
You tamed the
We're glad
fire,
that you were brave enough to go in to do the work.
and the fire's less fierce because of you.
Yep.
I just think it's important for Terry to be broadcast in that light because when he gets fired, guys like Steve are going to talk about it.
Yep.
But Steve is only going to talk about wins and losses. He's going to talk about signing Kirk Cousins and drafting Michael Penix and that not working and drafting Kyle Pitts. You're going to do, like, Steve is going to do those things, and those things are very true. And those things are legitimate reasons why you fired Terry Fontenot. Because, yes, we probably should have taken, Penei Sewell or Rashawn Slater or Jamar Chase, right, at 5.
Yeah.
Or Michael Parsons. Yeah, he was in that draft too. Yeah. Probably should have took one of those people. Cool. But he actually fixed the problems that the team was having. And us moving off of Matt Ryan says, hey, we don't have a franchise quarterback anymore. And we're not a terrible, we're just not bottom of the barrel. Even when we picked in the top 10, we were like an 8-win team.
Right.
We weren't, or a 7-win team. We weren't like 2-15 or 2-14. So he was in a bad spot to where he couldn't really draft a quarterback either. And you can never really sign a quarterback. So he tried to do both. And his logic makes sense. I'm not saying we agree with it, which in our situation, I have no problems with Terry making the decisions that he made, even though it didn't work. I'm like, bro, best free agent quarterback, best available college quarterback. Cool.
Yeah. Look, Terry did what he could. And
I know we're not supposed to be talking Falcons, but I'm sorry. I'm a Terry Fontenot guy now.
I understand it. Tupac said this in Dear Mama. He said, and Mama made miracles every Thanksgiving. That's what Terry did. He said, I know that this is a fucked up neighborhood. I know that there's not much we can do, but you know what? We're gonna make a miracle out of this. We're gonna get this team a pass rush. If anybody remembers anything about me, it'll be that I've got this pass rush in here. I'm the one that did it. I ended the curse.
You know what Terry did, Parlay Pete? He sold his food stamps so that he could give the family a better meal. Because, see, the food stamps wouldn't allow him to buy everything he needed to buy. So he sold the food stamps for more cash. And instead of using that cash on something else, he said, no. Defense, we're going to eat good. We're going to get good quality cuts. We're going to get fresh vegetables, fresh fruits. It's going to be a well-balanced meal. I'm going to sell my food stamps for that. But the problem was he didn't sell all of his food stamps, and the little bit of food stamps he had left, he went and got a quarterback with. But that's all he could do because there were no cash quarterbacks available. There was only food stamp quarterbacks.
Well, and now it's unfortunate for him, but Snap has been shut down by the government.
Yeah, now it's more strict. But hey, Parlay Pete, before we just keep talking because that's what we'll do. I just want to let you know I enjoyed this show to where we didn't really have a rundown. I mean, we had things we were going to talk about, but it wasn't as structured. It felt like the AC Lee and Parlay Pete days where we just get on here and riff. And not riff, but you know how the old shows.
I get what you're saying. I totally understand that. I too, of course, enjoyed it. It's always good to have a throwback type of moment. Nostalgia runs our world,
It does. Another thing I will tell you, I probably haven't told you this, but like since we started doing the show this way and it being structured, and sometimes you plan the show, sometimes I plan the show, and kind of whoever like maps out the show hosts the show.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate the days that you host the show and I get to respond to you.
Yeah, well,
I just enjoy the back and forth, and I'm saying these things because people don't understand how the sausage is made. Pause. But this show is built on so much chemistry, and there's so much unspoken stuff that we do that makes the show happen. But it's built on us talking to each other a lot, sharing stuff a lot. Nigga, we'll talk on the phone for 3 hours and won't say shit about the show and won't say shit about topics while we're populating topics during the phone conversation.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly.
But all of that stuff builds into creating a cohesive show to where, nigga, just give us a microphone and turn the camera on. We don't even need 2 microphones, and we can I promise you, if we were real content creators and influencers, you could walk up to us in public and you could Mad Lib style us topics and we could give you a 3-hour show without effort.
Absolutely. Yeah, no doubt about that.
And I just want to say that on the show, man, because I'm not the most complimentary person in the world, and I'm working on that in my healing journey. And I just wanted to compliment you on, nigga, you give a fuck. And we can switch roles, pause, on this show, and it doesn't change us. It may sound different to the listener, but the behind the scenes stuff that somebody may think that it takes to shift the way we're going to conduct the show.
Yeah.
We don't have to do that, and we never talk about it. We just start doing the show.
No. The talking about it that we do, we have our notes, but the talking about it that we do is literally, sometimes today was about 30 minutes, but 10 to 15 minutes before the show. That's kind of how we case that sausage.
Well, I had to get some shit off. I had to get some shit off before the show because I didn't want to carry that weight into this show because you and our listeners, they didn't need that.
They don't. They don't. Well, but I appreciate the compliment, Lee. It's always great to hear good things about that. T.I. once said this on a Beyonce remix, which I know that this is, it sounds weird saying it like this, but he said, doesn't it feel wonderful to feel appreciated, essentially? So I always appreciate being appreciated. Obviously, I appreciate you. I couldn't think of a better wingman or running mate to do this with, to be honest with you. So,
Bro, I love what we do, man. It makes me happy. And what people don't know is us doing this show, and you say wingman, if we actually go outside together, the way that we can popcorn off of each other, bro, is top notch. So hey, younger guys, I ain't talking to like niggas our age because we're old and washed, but we're still winning. But like you young guys, find you a friend who you talk to a lot. That's the guy you should probably chase ass with. I'm just being real. And guys, we don't really chase ass together. We just like go out and do fun stuff.
yeah.
Like we actually never really chase ass.
No, not at all. We are.
But if you want to be good at chasing ass with a friend, find the friend that you have the most chemistry with, because that creates the safest space where people get vulnerable and want to talk. And if, hey, she'll get vulnerable, she'll take her socks off. She takes her socks off, you're good.
Yeah, then you look at her toes. But
I wasn't even talking about her feet. I'm just saying if she'll take her socks off, she'll take her she'll take her pants off, bro. Like
this guy's got a foot fetish, guys.
But I wasn't.
I know that, but the fact that you brought it up,
I know.
Yeah.
I'm a feet guy, and I've been selling it on my close friends on Instagram. I probably shouldn't say that just in case somebody's watching. Fuck it.
Yeah.
If you watch 2.5 hours, then you know what? Shout out to you. You deserve it. You deserve to bring it up.
Hey, and I think that's almost an appropriate way to close the show.
All right, dog, man, it's been good. I'm gonna be in the city fucking Saturday. I know you got other things going on, but even if it's just me stopping by to watch the end of the game before I come back, you already know.
Yeah, please do. Please do. I will definitely be open to that. I mean, I'll let you know if somehow maybe I'm going to want to watch the game. Obviously, I'm going to have Mari. I don't know. After the birthday stuff, I have to imagine it's like, well, where else do you want to go out? But we'll see. But either way.
Yeah.
We're going to be in communication anyway.
Yeah. We're even in communication when we're not in communication. So yeah.
Exactly.
All right, nigga. I'll holler at you.
All right, brother. Salutations, good people.
Yep.